wanna play. These 3 words, they're the ones that I live by. With bug eyes, there's nothing that he can't find. We all fly, don't give Buckman the stink eye. Do or die, Schmuel Buckman's an old guy. Schmuel rock and roll, Schmuel rock and roll. Go toe to toe with Buckman, he will eat your freaking soul, no doubt. It's Schmuel rock and roll, it's Schmuel rock and roll. Schmuel rock.
Just dying to see us. Tonight is a Hartford Whalers hat in honor of the ghost of Mr. P, who asked me to wear it on my next show. Actually, that and I left the cutting fish hat that Johnny gave me at home. So here we are, and joining me this evening are the lovely and gorgeous Panhandler. Good evening, Mr. Panhandler.
Schmuel, you're on a generational run, buddy.
And also, direct from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, Mr. Hughezy.
Gotta go. See you later.
All right.
Gotcha.
We thought you were gonna be late.
What do you mean we?
Well, Panhandler and I discussed your.
He didn't give a fuck.
No, he didn't. He was like, "Oh, I'm glad he's not."
So
here.
you lied immediately by saying we. This is going great. You're a piece of shit.
No. I said we thought you were going to be late. I didn't say Panhandler was going to be
unhappy.
unhappy.
By the way, nice subtle roasting of Panhandler by having Northern Face written on your jacket. You think that's fair?
Rude.
He's cold. What can I tell you? He's cold.
It's a face joke, Schmuel.
So I know it's a face joke. I'm trying to, not do a face joke, Panhandler.
All right. They never get old.
Why would I make? I'm the last person on the planet that should be making fun of anyone's face. That's for sure.
Good point.
Correct. All right. So, boys, what's up? We're here. We're wanted to do a little talking about the KB and his slowly dying show, or actually not so slowly. Per Mr. Hughes, who keeps track of all these things, he's been dropping in numbers, both income and in views.
What are the metrics like? See, I don't see that. I see, especially with Patrick not streaming as much, with the AC trip, Bob coming back. I mean, he's getting over 700 views on some shows, live viewers.
Look, I'm not saying it's not possible. I am saying that he's streaming more than ever, and he's had a 30% drop year to year.
I think your audio has had a 30% drop, Buckman. You might want to turn it up a little bit.
Why? I think it's fine. It's not fine?
Yeah, well, you would think it's fine, but I can actually hear it. But it's fine now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just, we go in, we go out. We have to have a technical problem.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be me if we didn't have one. And look, he seems to be more vicious lately than he had been. And how often is Bob back?
I don't think there's a set schedule. He's been back at least once a week the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, so. I know Bob was out of town doing.
Yeah, he went to Key West, right? He had a gig in Key West.
He did. He told me it was very gay, but it was also cold. So the long-legged assless chaps were flying. Yeah, it was apparently like 60s in the 60s down there.
Brutal.
Something like.
What do you mean? Tickets sold?
Yes, tickets sold. They did. It was a benefit for veterans. Remember that gay helicopter crew from the Navy?
No,
but
I'm sure you do.
Oh, God. The village people?
No, they had the Navy during Biden had an all gay helicopter crew.
Shocking.
And they were tweeting out. It's a Key West reference. Jesus Christ. You guys are tough. It's tough. It's tough.
Mm.
So let's just see who's here tonight. We've got Mint Diggity, and Mint Diggity has the link. Um, and let's just say Final Boss is here. I know. Audio low, audio is great. Oh, look at this. I got Nice Guy Mersh. Ayo.
My buddy.
Schmuel with the hard R. Um, and oh my God, these people with the mic. Calm down, people. Turn up your audio. That was 17 seconds ago. My
Mm.
audio should be fine. And if it's not, well, what can I tell you?
Yeah, well,
Uh,
audio is not really important to live streams or podcasts.
not at all. And
Not this one anyway.
yeah. Well, the less I'm heard, the more people like me.
Yeah.
That's
Good
the
point.
that's the answer to that question. So you two look like you're in a great mood.
Fuck you.
All right. What
Seconded.
Hughezy, what do you think's going on with KB these days? More angry, less angry, more boring, less boring.
I just think that he's run desperately low on content. The fact that he can't really he doesn't get the interest out of having Scarlet on all the time because people have now gone from laughing to just feeling sorry for her. The karmic thing is dead because people have gone from enjoying watching this car crash to now being fully aware of how fake the whole thing is. I think does he still have Mr. Kill Everything on?
I don't
Not as
even-
much because he doesn't. If he does, it's just briefly because he's worried he's going to lose his channel with MKE going on one of his racist or anti-semi rants or saying words that KB's worried he's going to get his channel struck.
Yeah.
So
But that's the whole thing about KB. He can't have well, not that he's like fucking juggling, but he's consistently full of anxiety because he needs to stream so that people will donate at all times. But he's in complete fear of YouTube's terms of service. And he claims that he doesn't want to fucking do it, but at the same time, he's completely addicted to it. If Ray DeVito goes live, he has to stream stuff. Here's an impression of Kevin Brennan's coverage of Ray DeVito.
Idiot.
Oh, really, Ray?
Yeah, we have a little clip that
I wasn't done.
from Dirty Jersey Rat. I know, but they think we're having audio problems, so I don't want to go there. I have a little bit of what do you call it? Of a clip from Dirty
Pubic
Jersey
hair?
Rat that we'll play in a bit.
but it's crazy to me that everybody's always saying like KB's over, MLC is done. Like this has been going on for years now, for at least since Rob left, right? In August of 23, that it's over. Everybody's gonna stop watching. His views are down, his money's down. And he's still there and he still does pretty well. I mean, I watch a lot of MLC and it's not like he's not making a decent amount of money every month. I'll agree with Hughezy that as a fan, I do get a little not annoyed, but tired of have 2 or 3 really good shows and it'll be a little more edgy or whatever, and then for the rest of the month he kind of takes it easy or sends Clearwater Chad the link, who just sits there like the retard that he is, or Carmax, who sits there and does nothing at all. Like that does get annoying as a fan. But to say that he's losing it, I know Schmuel likes to say he's lost his fastball. I disagree. He still has some very, very funny shows, and he's still, again, the funniest guy in this universe by far.
But it is funny, yeah. But would you agree, though, Panhandler, that it's a bad look for him that Brennan is now fucking, well, maybe obsessed is too much of a word, of an exaggeration, but like the fact that Buckman now lives in Brennan's head. like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you fucked Sarah Silverman. You wrote TV with Norm Macdonald, and now it's like, yeah, but Schmuel Buckman's fucking streaming against me. Like, what are you doing?
I think it's a little bit of a bit. I mean, I don't think KB's worried about anybody else. It's just who he goes off on. I mean, Stevie was on the other night and was talking about KB, so I can see why KB wanted to watch that clip and snipe a little bit. Um, I
But
don't think
isn't
this is Schmuel. This is
but
not going to
it's
help
but
things
isn't
with
KB
Schmuel's
but isn't
relationship with
KB
KB. That's for
yeah.
sure.
But isn't KB's whole bet just and then just say how shitty everybody else is? Right?
We're all losers,
I mean,
which I agree
it's
with.
like, oh, okay. All right. Well, we're such losers. We give him the content for his show. Is that how that works? And it's not even like he puts effort into it. He just snipes.
Yeah. Did you hear the roast he gave me the other day?
No, what was
Not a
that?
fan. Not a
Wi-
fan. When I was
Willie,
on-
this is the roast he gave when he read. He seen the super chat that I sent to Ray, and this is good stuff by Brandon. He goes, Hughezy. Like that was a good. I thought really fucking got me pretty good there.
He did get you. He
Mm.
did. I mean, I would be feeling the burn from that days later.
That's why I haven't streamed since. I think I'm done, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he did the, what do you call it? With me going on Dabbleverse Live, which of course he doesn't watch, but I do believe that they were sniping a bit. I didn't see it. I heard he bombed. You know, and it's just like, okay, Kevin, and I don't offer anything to anyone. Doesn't understand why anyone would watch the show, but yet
Agreed.
snipes it all the time.
Although to be fair, I heard that too.
Yeah, so did I.
What? I'm not saying he doesn't tell the truth. Look, I think the guy's talented. I think he's probably the most talented of all the people that are in this Dabbleverse. But at the same time, it's like he's not. He's like a Bond villain where he's got everything.
Brown
and
finger.
Instead of using it for good, it's like
Yeah.
he's using it for evil.
Yeah,
And,
Doctor No original takes.
Something, yeah. But there's nothing like his shouldn't his empire, quote unquote, be expanding instead of contracting?
Yeah.
Again, I don't necessarily think it's contracting. I don't know why you're saying it's contracting. He has probably the most loyal fan base in the Dabbleverse. He has still some pretty big, whales or whatever we want to call it, high rollers. I don't look at the playboard. Obviously, we can ask KB. I mean, what does he make? Maybe $18,000 to $20,000 a month for just sitting in his office or wherever he streams from. I mean, that's pretty and he doesn't really, like you said, I don't think he'd look at that as a criticism. He doesn't put any effort into his show. He doesn't do any show prep. He just, turns on go live. Maybe he saw something earlier in the day and he takes a note or two, and that's that. I mean, that is, I wish I could do it. I mean, that is, you see what happens when other people try and do that with Carmax.
Yeah.
It's go live and it's a fucking disaster.
But that's the thing.
I'm going to read Roy. Excuse me, gentlemen. I want to read Roy Cohen for $1.99 super chat. You don't get it. You are the joke buffoons.
If he's going to use language like that, you need to block him. That's disgraceful. It's Valentine's Day.
Well, I don't want to lose my channel.
Yeah, B words. But the thing about Brennan though is that he is a likable guy because as Panhandler said, like he is funny as fuck. But with Cormac, he's just an unlikable dick. Like I don't want him to go broke and be in financial ruin. But I have heard that his income has dropped now to or his intake has dropped to 2-digit numbers instead of fucking. Well, I think somebody said he was getting 3 to 4 figure income sometimes. So I like the fuck his comic. But Brendan, say whatever you want. He has earned the right to just turn on the camera and be like, "Oh, that's Hughezy," which I'm still upset about. But what the fuck has Cormac done? He typed a couple of prompts into AI to make a fucking song. Great. Here's $4,000.
I what do you call it? The other night I was watching Carmack for a change, and he was reminiscing about the old times with Ghost Party, and he had some other song back then that people were into, and he's done nothing since. And
he's done the same thing. He talked about doing his own AI voices on Super Tip forever. It took them months to get. He didn't get motivated until the Ginger did hers or Mersh did whatever, the Hunchosaurus thing, and then he finally got his ass in gear and made some voices, and they suck. He's just so fucking lazy, and he expected, he had that good run for a couple of months early last year where he was making a lot of money and he was actually kind of likable. And now he's tried to turn heel and he has such a disdain. Like he's not, KB is good enough and funny enough to hate his audience, which he does. Carmax isn't. And that's it. I mean, I honestly feel personally insulted sometimes when I see who KB has on. And he loves it probably. He hates his audience. And again, he can do that. Carmax can't.
Brendan
Here's the
can make
funny
it
thing.
funny though.
Yeah,
Right.
listen to Sam Bibley, right? When KB makes money for nothing, it's to his credit. When Carmack makes money for nothing, it's a fault. And that's actually a true statement, right? Because KB's earned it. 30
Yeah.
years of putting it in, and Carmack coming on thinking that he's the king and he's going to take over. I was the other night listening to him, and I was just, he's got nothing. It's the same shit over and over again. Let me get mad at the chat. Let me, I'm going to be, these people want to destroy me. And the guy, no one has had more help in getting anywhere than Carmack.
Yeah, I seen a clip of him recently saying about someone. I don't know, someone was trolling him, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you want to come over here and eat my shit?" It's like I bet he doesn't. And how's that your go-to insult? What the fuck's going on there? Oh yeah, yeah, love it to touch my bum, wouldn't you? Like,
It's the same show every time, anywhere, whenever you log on to watch him, no matter if he's streaming for 5 minutes or 3 hours, you're going to get the same thing. He's going to give the same insults and maybe a different chatter that he's going on, or his list of 22 or whatever his hit list is of people that hate him. I'm sure that list has grown by levels of magnitude now since he did it a few months ago.
And-
Yeah,
and the-
Carmack is horrible. He's horrible.
and the thing that's so funny is like Sam Bibley wrote a comment there. So if Sam wrote a comment to Carmack insulting him, he would go, "Oh yeah, well I'm gonna block you, so there you go." And then he would go to block Sam Bibley, but end up accidentally blocking somebody else. So he then only leaves the trolls in his chat. So he's accidentally blocking like his donators or his pay pigs or whatever you call it. So he's only left himself with trolls. He's really not good at it.
Oh, look at this. Nice guy Marsh. Shout out to Hughezy, my fellow A-tier Dabbleverse streamer.
So did you and Merch kiss and make up now?
Not really. I mean, we used to DM back and forth. We really
Of course.
haven't. But I did ask him to come on.
Mhm.
He said he would. It's been a busy week, and we haven't connected. So hopefully next week.
Well, I look forward to
maybe
it.
there. I want to get him back in the Dabbleverse full bore.
Well, emphasis on the board, because that's the crazy thing with the Dabbleverse is we're really getting to the. You can tell we're getting to the end of the role, I guess you'd say, and that like now we're talking about prostitution accusations, and we're talking about fucking mommy feuding with fucking Echo Pineapple. Like this is what the Dabbleverse has become, and it's really like not only is this the year of Buckman, I think this is the year of the Dabbleverse funeral, and I think before
I've
the
been
end of
saying the
this,
same thing.
yeah, before the end of this year, the Dabbleverse is going to change name. And I'm going for Buck Mafia.
We what do you call? Yeah, it's I really thought what you were implying is that I was going to be the death knell of the Dabbleverse.
Yes. God
So,
willing.
Nice guy Marsh. I have no problem with Schmuel. I had a problem with him in that moment. Real men yell at each other, then wake up the next day and move on. Yeah, we yelled, and we did yell at each other.
I think that's a shot at me. Mersh can teach me how to be a real man one day. Until then, you got
to move. Look, I've said it about Marsh. The thing with Marsh is if you want to get Marsh to admit that he was wrong or misunderstood or any of those things, it's not going to happen. So
I don't want it.
You either take him as he is, right? Or you get all pissed off at him. But the guy, I don't want to use this. I didn't want to do this, but evolutionarily speaking, he's like the cockroach, right? Like they say it's going to survive the next nuclear meltdown, next ice age. Mersh will be streaming long after all of us are dead.
I said it before. He's resilient. I don't just shit on Mersh constantly.
And Mersh doesn't have like one specific topic for his show, so he has I'm sure he got bored of the dab, as Dr. Chow calls it hilariously, and he can move on to anything else. So he is a variety show, shall we say? Cheers.
He's definitely a guy. So when I look at this, I look and I'm A talent, B talent. I wouldn't even go there, but Mersh is a guy who can turn on the camera and he can go 3 hours and be entertaining for a decent portion of it, or at the very least hold an audience. I certainly couldn't do that. Hughezy could probably do it, but it's a skill. Kevin can do that. Like Kevin can just turn on the camera.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it because my chat usually revolves around who else is on the show. So if I was there, I would just be Carmicking and reacting to the same 7 comments for 7 hours.
Only if they were members. You ignore the free chat or the chat most part, right, Hughezy? You don't interact too much with the chat.
Well, I do when I can, but one of the things I can boast about is that when I have a good round table on, my chat moves pretty quickly. So the only time I can really pay attention to it is if it goes to the starred thing or whatever the fuck you call it. Plus, I am a numbers whore.
You are a numbers whore,
Mm.
that's for sure. But and we were talking about that the other day. Christopher Martin, 1972 for $9.99. Thank you, Christopher. Jealousy is a stinky cologne. KB was a top comic who started a family and got sick of the road. He eats what he kills and makes a comfortable living. The rest of you guys have careers and do this for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. It is true, but
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to compare Kevin to Carmax. I mean, Kevin cut his teeth in comic clubs in New York City in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot more challenging and a lot more competitive and a lot more difficult than Carmack setting up a camera and a lounge chair and playing lead guitar in his trailer. So yeah, I'm just comparing the two in terms of what they try and do, and the results are vastly, vastly different. Clearly.
Yeah. And Brennan's been doing this show for a while. Like he did it while he was even acting on TV still. So, of course, Kevin played the role of Kevin Brennan on Crashing, and shockingly, in that one, he played himself as an angry person, which I thought was an inspired choice. But he looked nice. You can't deny that Kevin Brennan's got a lovely smile.
Lady KB. Grown men that call KB booze make me sick.
Boss?
I think
Did
she
you
means
mean
boss.
probably.
And yeah, I'm a little bit with that.
It's
But
also a bit too going back to the Kumia and the compound days and calling Kumia boss. I mean, I've said it before. I don't think Kevin really I think he's the boss. I mean, it's just a bit, right?
well, we think you think he's the boss.
Yeah. But speaking of which, Bruce Springsteen announced his new tour on Tuesday, according to sources. But I'd say he's more of a pimp than a boss because he's got a lot of needy, desperate whores on his payroll.
That's a big that's a question, right? Like the people that he has on there, they just go on to be abused, right? I mean, it's like let me pay if I pay you $125 or whatever he pays people, I get to smack you around for 2 or 3 hours, and then you're not allowed to go on anybody else's show.
Now, when you put it like that, that's kind of brilliant. So maybe I am. Although I don't like. Does he pay fucking Clearwater Chad?
I think it's the other way around. Clearwater Chad pays to go on shows.
Oh,
I can't imagine Kevin paying Clearwater Chad. I hope not.
yeah, that would be a shame.
You do know that Carmick at one point when Carmick after he went on Stuttering John or whatever actually sent Kevin $100 to come on.
It was a super chat. Yeah, it was a super chat.
You
And
know?
then I think it was Chris Martin or somebody else paid $50 to get Carmix on one day to try and get back down to some Felicia, I don't even remember what the Felicia news was of that day, and of course he wouldn't talk about it and gave the audience nothing and just sat there like the useless dolt that he is.
I understand. What do you call it? I definitely do understand. Um, Somebody being Chris Martin paying to get Karmic on because he really does go at him, right? And they can be fun, but being paid to have Jake Hudson on, I mean, Jake Hudson on.
Don't get me started on the Jake Hudson link controversy. I'm finally getting over it. No, but I think Ryan Landon, didn't he pay to go on? I mean, Kevin's going to do what Kevin's going to do, and again, he has no regard for the audience. He doesn't care what we think, nor should he. I mean, I don't think he shouldn't give a fuck. I think he likes it when we're agitated and annoyed.
I want to thank our friend Connor. Hopefully, this will show up. I do not know. Oh, there it is. Sorry, having issues here, boys.
Shocking.
This is so. I can see. It's so strange. I can see Connor's super tip in my editor window, but it's not jumping over to the live. And Connor, if it doesn't go up, I will refund you. Please don't file a dispute.
I heard about that. Did that person ever get in touch with you?
No, you know what? And I fucked up because I decided to just not challenge it and just do it. And I should have gotten in touch with them. And I should have gotten in touch with them. And I didn't. And what happened was they charged me $15 plus the $5 for the guy's super chat.
That's a savvy business model you got over there, Buckman.
I wound up paying $20 for a $5 super chat.
What if you take us both off the screen? Can you get the super tip on there?
Hold on. No, it's just a matter of it's already in the it's in the played section, so I have to move it back to unplayed. And since they changed, it took me a long. My learning curve was brutal.
Did you just use past tense?
I did. My learning curve was brutal on the original super tips, and now I'm apparently having whatever. But in any event, for $5, Connor said, you've got a shit lineup when Panhandler is the talent.
Amen, Connor. That's a shame we can't bring that up. You know what? You should charge that back, Connor. You should charge it back. 100%. 100%.
Definitely. Here we go. Let's try it one more time. There we go. Connor, you've got shit talent when shit lineup when Panhandler is the talent. But it's what we do, Connor. It's what we do.
He's not wrong.
He's not. He's not wrong at all.
I'm not disagreeing. Interesting. Last night, I think it was last night, Karmic was on and BYB was on. And in the algorithm, in the YouTube algorithm, like they come up for whatever you might want to watch or whatever. And it's the first time I can remember BYB beating Karmic. It wasn't by a lot of views. It was definitely by a number of views. They were beating Karmic.
I mean, you're talking about Kevin's views being down. Carmax's views are way down. I saw the other day you were beating him one day when you were both on at the same time. Haley always beats him when they go head to head. It's not even close. I mean, he'll have like 78. He'll be sub 100 in a lot of these shows. At least, like I can't even really hate watch anymore, so I'm sure it does go up some. But he's down. There's no doubt about it. It's just boring. It's the same thing over and over again, and he's not funny. And just as I'm going back to, is it an act? There's no way he could have this much disdain for his audience and then stream every day. Like, it has to be an act, right? He's trolling us, I hope.
No, it's definitely an act, but he has to keep streaming for the hope of him being able to make the money so that he can pay for whatever Gilly's bale of hay that she eats or something like that. I think that's it. So he's earning for the both of them because she's not doing it with her incredible joke writing skills. But BYB doing better than him doesn't shock me because although I haven't watched BYB in a while because it goes on pretty late here, But they're always mixing it up and getting like special guest run-ins and stuff. Like you never know what's going to happen with the BYB.
Well, yeah, I don't, I don't. It does. I just was comparing it based upon numbers, like just looking at numbers. It always seemed like Karmic was kicking everyone's ass.
Again,
And
love or hate BYB or Quad or whatever, he puts on a show. He has clips, and again, we may not love clip shows, but he does some prep work and has a plan, and is going to, you
uh,
know, he kind of has a rundown of what he wants to do. I don't know if he always gets to it. I mean, the worst part about that show is J Mo, but we already know that. So other than that, you know,
but the
yeah,
thing,
it's a show.
yeah.
He's got when I pop in his chat, he's got the same pretty loyal viewers that are there, and that they're chatters, I should say. So I don't think you can drag him for being kind of a douchebag, but he puts on a decent show.
but
I
the
think I think that BYB has gotten a lot better this past year.
But the thing is that when Panhandler was talking about hate watching, is that I think a lot of people have stopped hate watching shows because I don't know if you've seen the thing that was going around of Steel Toe at one point. Yeah, I was being sarcastic. But the one thing about Steel Toe is that apparently he had something like 70 viewers when he used to have like a few thousand. And then there's somebody screenshotted that he had 9 viewers at one point while the show was going. And it's like I think that his trolls have got bored of trolling him, and I think that's not happening with Karmic because it's always the same.
But now, does
Yeah,
Carmack become the new Steel Toe or the new Stuttering John? Like, there are a lot of clippers that cover him. So does he become the word that we heard, the locale or whatever, where he makes no money, but people cover him and talk about him and clown him and make money doing it?
But it'll be hard to do that because Karmic keeps saying the same stuff. Like it's all, and then say whatever you want about Stuttering John or Steel Toe, but that's their real personality. Like Stuttering John in 2026, the same guy from 1985, which is bad. And then Iron, uh, God bless him, is not, still making silly decisions. So, but with Karmic, it really is ramping it up. Like, oh, maybe tomorrow I'll cry for a bit, and that'll be,
The next chapter is going to be when if he ever goes back home and he's away from Felicia and she dumps him after Hackamania or whatever the case may is going to be. That'll be the next, then there'll be interest again because he'll be drinking again and crying again, and every people feel badly for him and want to try and save him and hold the little baby boy and this, that, the other thing. So that's when maybe people will tune in again.
I want to stick with KB a little bit, but also with the Karmic thing. On a guy like Karmic, you think KB figured out early there was nothing there, but he could milk whatever was there, he could milk out.
Yeah, I think it's the Felicia connection to get information. He keeps Karmic close by in case Felicia wants to come back on or she has some information. I don't think Kevin thinks Carmax is interesting or funny or entertaining. He thinks he's a clown.
Ozone Karmic should have fucked Scarlet for the content.
Mhm.
That was pretty desperate. Him blocking her. But Hughezy, when it comes to the guests that Kevin has, right? I don't know, the Karmics, the Felicias, the whatever. I mean, these are people that it doesn't seem like they could ever make it on their own or do their own show. And then anybody that can, Tukey, who's great on there, or even Melton, he doesn't want to have anything to do with.
Well, Brennan only wants people on that are disliked because then people will send in like roast super chats. Like Christopher Martin, he's a very funny chatter. So if one of us went on there and he would roast us on MLC, but with people like Tukey, they're actually kind of like, so no one's going to super chat in to make fun of them. Plus, they would tend to talk back, and Brennan can't handle that.
Yeah, that's the thing. They go back and forth, and Kevin doesn't like going back and forth. For all Kevin says about he wants everybody to agree with him, what Carl wants everybody to agree with him, Kevin wants everybody to agree with him.
I
Yes,
agree with that.
it's like that piece of shit Ray DeVito. He used to literally go on there. He used to go on MLC and just sort of sit there in silence while Brennan, for like 40-minute rants at him, just calling him a piece of shit and a failure and a loser. And Ray would just sit there going,
Ray had some rough shows a few years ago.
oh.
Even I felt badly. I mean, he was getting just destroyed by the super chats and Brennan. Yeah, it hasn't gotten much better for him, but at least he was getting paid back then by Kevin. Now he's not getting paid by Kevin. So, but there were some brutal shows where it was like, Jesus, Ray, I hope he doesn't do something after jump off a bridge after the show.
Yeah,
He looked like he was going to cry at a few of the end of those episodes.
That's why
Look,
it never made any sense to me why Ray would keep going on, because like I get that he was financially in peril, but it was like, is it really worth it for your mental health? And sadly,
those were some of the conversations that I had with Ray. Yeah, but people told me I was wrong because that's how Ray made money. And then Ray would go on there and get abused by Kevin, and then he would go on his show and get abused by his chatters and make money. But it never seemed to me to be worth it. Was it $9,000? I guess Kevin paid him in 23 or 24. That's not life-changing money. Not to be sitting there getting abused all the time.
But
Yeah,
Ray doesn't have a show without Kevin in MLC. He doesn't have a podcast that gets whatever views he has. I mean, that's a fact. There's no fucking way.
the thing is, there was it didn't really help Ray in the long run, because it didn't help out with his viewership. It just sort of helped Kevin's income whenever Ray would come on. But Ray, I think at the minute Brennan must be dying to have Ray back on, because all this shit from what do you call fucking AC? Because Ray, it really sounded like Ray made a complete dick out of himself and burned bridges with his support group. So Brennan must be salivating with his spit rag that he has.
He doesn't use the rag anymore. I was actually thinking about that the other day. We don't see the spittle rag that much anymore. Oh, those were the days.
Day 12 for $1.99. When can we talk about clip shows?
Well, I don't know about clip shows, but we can talk about clippers. Did you see that? So Thorough Joe Burrow announced that he is officially stopping clipping of Steel Toe, because you go to all that effort to make the clips and then nobody watches them.
Look, I'm surprised Steel Toe lasted as long as he did. But filing that HRO against Melton and Rekieta was about the stupidest thing he's ever done. And the fact that there's no court hearing, Melton just doesn't cover him anymore.
I mean, letting another man fuck your wife is pretty stupid. I don't know if that's the stupidest thing he's ever done.
I wouldn't even let Bruce Springsteen do that.
Well, you don't have a wife, so you don't really have to worry about it. The Tommy Jordan
Bruce
$2.
Springsteen.
Shout out to my mod's new candle.
This asshole made me a mod in his channel, and he won't take the wrench away. He's just, I got to stop going to his show.
Right. But here, look, the thing is with Kevin, though, right? And this is what appears to be happening is you go on a show, he gives you a little bit of money, then he wants to own you. I've said that before. So then he only gets really desperate people that want to go on, right? We're not getting rarely do you get like a big name comedian or somebody that would be funny. So you're not going to get those stories of the 90s, of the 2000s, stuff that would interest you. And then when he does get those people on, like a regular, like the Dixon thing, I mean, his falling out with Dixon had to do with Dixon agreeing to go to Hackamania. Because Kevin needs you, whoever his enemies are, your enemies have to be there. And it was the same thing with Ray. That's what turned Kevin on Ray. And it's like, wait, you're going to pay me, I don't know, a couple of $100 when you feel like it, and I'm not supposed to do other shows and I'm not supposed to make money?
Yeah, but the thing, I mean, from his perspective, I can see it in that well, I'm wasting whatever money it is that I'm paying you, because I like scratching. So it's good fun. But like whatever money I'm paying you to come on and you're doing it for nothing elsewhere. But at the same time, is it really that vital to have like Felicia Gillespie on an exclusive contract? Like does she really add all that much? I don't see why it would hurt him for like for Stevie. Like, did Stevie get a shit on for coming on here?
Not yet. I'm curious if that, and I think I asked Stevie during the show. I'm curious if that's going to happen.
No. As a matter of fact, he
Yeah,
got
Kevin watched the clip.
kudos for
Actually, yeah, he did.
standing
You're
up
right.
for standing up for Kevin.
Hmm. He
Which
did watch the
which I
clip the
know
other
is a
day.
shock.
We'll see, though. Kevin
And,
can be a little delicate. We'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
if Stevie gets out of this completely unscathed.
Well,
No, he
yeah,
won't.
but the thing is, Stevie is also Stevie's a guy that can defend himself, you know, and can throw a punch. These other guys that he gets on there,
Mount
they're
Mead.
they're just not gonna they're not gonna you're gonna go on these other shows and they're not gonna say anything, right? Two of KB's recent were Yakov and Stanhope unpaid.
Two very good episodes. The Stanhope thing was that New Year's or whenever it was classic.
Right, which is what, a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago.
Didn't see the Stanhope one.
It was great. Started off
And,
slow, but the show ended up being really good.
You know, but Stanhope is great. The Tommy Jordan for $2. Happy Valentine's to the beautiful women of the Dabbleverse. Thank you, Tommy. And the I don't, you know, it feels to me that what happens with Kevin though is his attitude. I mean, I guess that people enjoy it, and I mean, it feels real, right? It feels like he really is mad and angry at people, but it also feels like he's leaving a lot of money sitting on the table, right? He doesn't put his shows up after. He can't do any other shows.
What do you mean he can't do any other shows?
What other shows is he going to do? Is he going to go on other streams or other shows?
He went on Bob's a few weeks ago. He went on Bob's show a few weeks ago.
Well, Bob,
His green screen didn't
I mean,
work. Well,
that's
he called
right.
in.
He's gone on another show once in a year.
He calls into Bedabbler. He'll call in the shows. He called into Ranger.
When he's pissed off.
He called me on Clowntown to yell at me a few weeks ago.
When
he called me on this show too.
When he's pissed off. But that's calling. What's calling?
Tell me a show that wouldn't have Kevin on.
I'm talking about Panhandler. Hold on, man. I'm talking about him. Had he hooked up with Melton, right? There would have been Hackamania. There would have been other shows, other opportunities for him to make money, right?
But tell me a show that wouldn't have him on if he wanted to. This is all Kevin's decision. If Kevin wants to get a link, there's not a show that's not going to have him on.
That's true. I think the thing really for Brennan is that there's almost no point in him doing other shows because it's not like if he makes an appearance on Apple Pineapple that it's suddenly going to bump up the MLC numbers. So Brennan's sort of like, well, it's all the same people watching the same shows, so why do I need to promote it? That being said, I would like to have him on for a Christmas special.
But
Kevin Brennan's Funky Christmas. That's what we need.
He's already done Santa Claus. Would he
Sorry,
wouldn't
Victoria.
want to go like on a Legion of Skanks or a bigger show?
He's been on that show a couple times.
Long time ago, Panhandler. Long time ago.
See, now you're just moving the goalposts. He's done it.
Yeah, and I think
he's done Opie and Anthony. He's done humongous shows.
And Opie and Anthony hasn't been on the air in 10 years.
But one of the things you gotta say about Brennan is that I don't know if he could do a show like Legion of Skanks because that's so because Brennan's really get into the Dabbleverse only talk lately, so he would be kind of maybe out of sorts if he's now going to randomly start mixing it up with a bunch of what are they 30-year-olds?
Yeah, I feel like Brennan could do. Yeah. Brennan is the kind of comedian that
he could still rat-a-tat-tat
anywhere on any show, and
Yeah, of course he could.
by staying in the Dabbleverse and staying with these, he's got a very limited audience, and it's not growing.
Yeah, but one of the things he's been able to sort of waver out is that I think he's lost his casuals, but he's been able to reserve his big pairs who will send them lovely donations. Let's send Schmuel Buckman a few donations. He can buy another Northern Face onesie or whatever that is. Hit the
Good.
like button as well.
Thank you. He could. I mean, look, I'm just wondering, the problem with the way those pay pigs work, though, is if you lose one, you lose a big percentage of your bottom line.
But he
Right?
always has somebody replace them. Like if
Yeah.
Riles or Bentley left, somebody else, the legend or somebody else comes up, that he always seems to have 3 or 4 guys. So that are high rollers or donate a lot to him. So yes, you don't ever want to lose revenue, of course not, but it's not like it's a net negative. Like he does have somebody supplements the people that he lost.
I get it. I understand. I totally understand that. But at the same time, it's like, if you could expand and you could have more people and you would get more super chats, wouldn't you want to do that?
Have
If
you
you were
met Kevin Brennan? Him being a prick is not new. This is not a new development. I mean, he doesn't talk to half his family, for Christ's sake. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like him doing what he wants to do, that's not sure as fuck never was him, or at least since I've been following him. And it's not going to change now at, I don't know,
On,
64 or however old he is now.
on the day of Kevin Brennan's brother's funeral, Brennan stayed at home so that he could talk to Perma Shields finishing online because he thought that was more important.
Dela, would you like to read that, Hughezy?
Dayla gifted 10 Schmuel Buckman memberships, so we should need to retitle them Buck Mafia memberships.
You can't use that. You take that off your soundboard.
You know-
Stevie Lou comedy. Buckman actually doesn't get it.
Yeah, I don't know
get
if
it.
you're doing a bit either. Like if you're just trying to rage me or enrage Kevin or what you're trying to do here.
You know what I did think was kind of I don't know if it's
Starfucker.
yeah. Well, Rolling Stones had a song called Starfucker too, so we're both.
Look
What
at
are you
us.
wearing, Buckman?
North Face.
Yeah, I meant the rest of it, whatever, doesn't matter. But the thing I was going to say was so Ray was doing his Atlantic City recap video the other day. And as soon as Brennan went live and he sniped Ray quickly was just like, wait, I got to close down. I got stuff to do. And it's kind of like, Ray, for fuck's sake, like a small bit of backbone. Like all you've got to do is just start trolling Brennan, who would then in turn his guys would come over this way. I think that Brennan knows he can push Ray about, and Ray won't fight back. It's silly.
Nick in Fort Wayne celebrating 3 months of membership. Shuli's decline has been more significant. Which goes to my point, which is, if the Dabbleverse is shrinking and or dying, can Kevin just continue? Or would you want to be building it up?
Well, I don't think Brennan really gives a fuck because there's so
He
many idiots in the Dabbleverse that he can always focus on somebody. I think you skipped a chat there, Buckman.
Ashley Cummings Yoga for $1.99. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, Ashley. What did I skip?
There was one before Nick and Fort Wayne's membership thing.
Thank you. I was relying on somebody gifted. These, I have people who received gifted memberships.
No, it was let's see if I can find
Was it Christopher Martin?
Yeah, he wrote-
There we go.
Yeah.
KB's the Howard of the DV. Why would he waste his time? Howard has $50 million, right? You could see why Howard doesn't want to do anything.
It's a hell of a lot more than that.
Does he mean by hard not doing other shows? Because that actually has hurt Howard Stern, because people think of him as so out of touch, and now Howard Stern's only making $90 million a year, which is pathetic if you ask me. Right, guys?
Right. I agree. Howard should get out there and hustle.
But I will say that I think that Brandon's insistence on trying to have a feud with Anthony Cumia is stupid because
So do I. Yeah.
that just comes across just as like super fake. Like if he doesn't like Shuley, and he doesn't like Lady K, then okay. But the Cumia one, you can tell Brandon is trying badly to force a feud there, which I think is silly because they were hilarious
No,
together.
I don't even think he's trying to force a feud. I think, to your point, they are great together. Back in the compound days, or when Anthony's come on MLC a few times, and I think they really do like each other. No matter how much they say, "I'm out of the Brendan business," or "I'm out of the Cunha business," or Kevin goes after him. Like Kevin likes Anthony, and he wants Anthony to do MLC 100%. And it would be a great show. You do it again, I should say. Yeah, I don't think he's going for a feud. I think it's more just kind of busting each other's chops a little bit. Cunha's been in the chat more, and there's even a clip of him saying that, or he said he watches MLC the other day on Cumia's show.
There's Stevie Lou Comedy. Cumia wrote about him in his book, you Irish idiot.
Well, I'm such an idiot that I can't read, Stevie, so how would I know it's in Cumia's book?
The pamphlet I paid $38 for.
Did you?
I'll tell you the truth, man. I never felt so ripped off as I did buying Anthony's latest book. I got the thing. I paid full price for it. I think it was like $38 when it first came out, and it was like 158 pages of old stories. Nothing new, nothing insightful.
Oh, stop being a Jew. Did you see my gas bill today? That's a problem.
Yeah, you know what? We all have gas bills, but not all of us have Anthony Cumia's book.
Not to divert, Panhandler.
Well, I'm going to need to burn it for heat, so send it down here if you don't need it anymore, because there's no way I'm going to be able to afford this fucking thing.
Just walk around carrying your candle.
That's what I do.
But speaking, Panhandler, of spending, just yesterday I got a VIP meet and greet tickets. I'm taking my stepdad tomorrow to the Talking Sopranos event. A cool 300
for both or each.
I forgot to double check because I bought them quickly.
Okay.
So send 300 to Buckman, and I'm sure he will forward it on to me, and we will all have a good time.
Thank you. Yeah, let's pay for Hughezy's Talking Sopranos show. Gav House for £5. Make sure the Irish bum sees none of this, but KB, Levy, and Cumia together. Some of the funniest since O&A.
Why would they think that Buckman would be sending any of this to me? The whole point of this conversation is that we think paying gas is stupid. That's the whole fucking point. For nearly an hour, we've been saying this, and it didn't sink into him.
Well, I don't think it's stupid. I think everybody can do whatever they want with their own money. Like if Kevin wants to pay gas, fine. And if he gets annoyed by people going on other shows for free that he pays, that makes sense to me too.
I don't have a problem with Kevin paying guests, but it annoys the shit out of me that he talks about how he pays guests. Oh, and if I make money, I gotta share it. What would I look like? But he holds that fucking money over these people's heads, like the sword of Damocles.
Who are you, New Jersey Ranger now? Stop hanging out with him so much with these rappers. This guy.
Stay out of Cumia country, Bucky. They got an eye out for you.
Yeah, they don't like the Jews.
Cumia actually followed me on X this week.
Did he?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So
the year of Buckman, it just
I'll have to say
crazy.
how fantastic he is, except for his book that he stiffed me. Every time he goes in his hot tub, I'm thinking, there goes my $38.
Jesus.
All right, clip that, send it to Cumia, tag him. Let's get Buckman versus Cumia 2026.
And he didn't even write the goddamn book. Johnny Russo wrote it.
All right. It's $38, man. Let it go.
Well, 38 times 2 because I sent one to someone as a gift.
You have $14 million worth of properties in the Northeast, and you're worried about $38.
I don't have that kind of... I'm a poor man.
Okay, Hoboken.
Yeah, well, those two books... Yeah, and those two books you have are probably about 50% of Kumi's sales. So he'd probably be pretty grateful knowing that you did that.
I actually think that there's a lot of stupid people who purchased that book,
Hmm.
and I
Yeah,
think
he
there
went
are a
over his
lot.
list not too long ago. That how
Laundry
well it
Room
was.
2, the Sword of Damocles means unavoidable danger.
Thank you, Laundry Room 2.
Thank you. That's
Another
why.
big MLC fan. He's not going to be too happy with you after the show, Buckman.
Who Laundry Room 2?
Yeah.
I'll survive. It'll be a struggle, but I'll get over it. Dang Lizard, $38. Is that per page? Not Victoria Full 44. Haha, what a waste. Oh, it was. And it's like, I got it, the actual book. And did you ever do that? Like you open up the Amazon package, a little bit heavier, and you're like, wow. It was like I don't know, a Yugo. It was light and shitty.
I'm not. I can't talk about this $38 anymore. So that's all. That's all I got on this. That's all I got. That's all
You
I got.
get one gas bill and your whole fucking world changes.
It really,
We've
I
all
really
been
haven't.
getting those
Because
fucking
hold on,
gas bills.
now you're going to get me up because it's to the power companies in North Carolina are screwing the customers so that they can build these fucking data centers for AI. So it has nothing to do with us. They're making record profit. Don't get me started on the whole conspiracy theory about it. It's not the $435. I don't give a shit.
Sounds like a libertarian economy to me.
It is not. It is not. It is a monopoly. It's not a free market. Dude, do not even get me.
Well, how are you going to have a free market in electricity? What are you going to have? Different Chinese guys on bicycles?
There should be competition.
There
should be competition. Actually, if we went nuclear, there wouldn't be a problem at all with power. But anyway, we're not going to go. Just don't get me started.
Okay.
Dave,
all right. But Jesus Christ, my electric bill last month was over $300. My gas bill was over $300. It is what it is.
You have a mansion. You have a mansion.
It's a cold winter. I don't have a mansion. I got a small house with a small kitchen. Jesus Christ. Be nice. 155 viewers strong. Thank you. And there were every single one of them is wondering what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, we probably lost about 7 with the
please somebody else
energy
come
rant.
on.
Let's get 155 likes. Help out Buckman's algorithm, because if it helps him, it helps us all. Right,
Sarra.
Panhandler?
Whatever you say, Hughezy. Where is? I thought Dave was coming on and he's fucking around in the chat.
He's got the link. He's got everything. I can only send people so much. Tommy Jordan, my mod, needs to go off the grid.
It is in the works currently.
That's what you're gonna do, and then you're gonna find out that off the grid living sucks worse than paying for it.
We'll see.
All right.
Hopefully.
So, all right, on the Kevin Brennan thing, you got somebody like a Keanu, right? Who this guy does nothing but shit on her and Gino, but Gino would go back on that show in a minute, right? The only person I've seen Kevin actually defend time and time again is Chad. What encourages people to put up with it?
What, Chad?
No, I get why Chad does it, but what's in it for Keanu and Gino and people like that?
Hang on, I just gotta say something. So there's 160 watching and there's only 37 likes. That's ridiculous. It doesn't
hit the like button, people. Please make Hughezy happy.
I mean, it's a crazy question. It gets them 10 times more viewers than they get on their own shows. That's why you go on Kevin's show.
Which
100%.
Yeah, it makes sense for Chad because they do tend to get the same types of audiences. Is that what's the fucking audience, or is it? Can you pluralize it?
You're
I think
a Euro. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Nobody can understand a fucking word you're saying. Me either. So nobody can understand either one of us. So go with it.
Say something beginning with B.
Shut up.
Yeah, but the thing is with the
end of days would my mod allow me in his bunker?
Tommy, you would be one of the first ones to go, not to the bunker. I mean, to the next life.
That,
Can you imagine being stuck with Tommy
into chats? The Pink Panther 3R, Aquino and Gino are both very funny people who have their lives together.
Yeah, well, I don't know why Kiki would go back on unless she was probably getting a nice chunk to go on for an hour. Because I would assume it would be pretty rough for her. But I don't believe the Brennan Gino feud at all because they always tend to make up in seconds and then they take a month off and they're talking shit. Then it's right back to friends. But yeah, Chad and Chad and Brennan seem to do pretty well.
As we get along. Christopher Martin for $1.99. Thank you, Chris. We love this one. Ant's booked ranked 2,457,428 on Amazon. No joke.
I would go as far as to say that Christopher Martin is the best of the chatters out there because he's fucking funny and he's when Mommy's on, Jesus Christ,
He's good. Ray P. Ray, Button.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some good ones. Beloved Chatter, I don't see him as much. He usually has some good ones too, but I haven't seen him in the MLC chat as much lately.
Did Mommy go on Brennan's show after the last Saturday?
No, Kevin won't have Mommy on.
Even if she brings the Ray
No.
video.
No, I don't think so.
Wow.
You can get the audio from Flimsy. You can
I
get
will,
better audio from Flimsy.
I will say this though that Tom Myers seems to have a bit of Brennan seems to have rubbed off on Tom Myers because I seen Tom on Chad's show the other day and he actually was being legitimately funny. And it was like, well, fuck me, it happened. So
he wasn't funny on Kevin's show last night. I can say that much.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to see it, but I didn't say it was permanent.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Tom Myers offered to come on this show for $150.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. He said the same to me. It's like no.
Yeah, I think Clowntown may have paid him and he never came on or something. Like I think he's got beef with Clowntown too. Tom Myers asking for money. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, like no, like if Brennan said to me, like, give me 150 and I'll come on for an hour, then I would probably do it because you know you're going to somehow make that back. But with Tom Myers, no. I'd rather have fucking Michael Myers on the show with a knife than Tom Myers on doing jokes.
Oh, Brian Landon paid him. Okay.
Tom Myers is the
Sorry,
blind squirrel, right? Like occasionally they find a nut, and it's like every now and then Tom will have a funny joke.
I mean, I like him just because the chat hates him so much. So he's a good, a good guest on Kevin because the chat really fucking hates Tom with good reason.
Tom was on my show with Adam Bush and I think Eccles. And believe it or not, I was getting drunk during that one, so it really stood out. But Tom was all over the place. He was talking about how he was bullied at school, but he was well known for being tough and all this stuff. And it was just really like a cross between a confession and a fantasy at the same time. And then Adam Bush was fucking going, "What are you trying to say about that? He's not gay, so don't hear any rumors about it being gay."
$3 from Anonymous. Hi, Panty, Hughezy. Thoughts on Kim and Kiki fight?
Well, I don't know if it's happened again recently, but I think that what's happened to Kim, hypocritically, I have to say, is really fascinating. While it's a complete massive invasion of privacy, but I was also told by a reliable source that Kim has or had a habit of doxing people's private information. So karma is real, and unfortunately, it came hard for Kim. But nobody cares about what I think. I want to hear what Panhandler says.
Yeah, I think she did have a tendency to go after people pretty hard. I didn't see any of the doxing or anything. Like, was she going after chatters or releasing information? I don't know anything about that, but just her going after people pretty hard in chats and on Twitter and even on shows. And then this information comes out. If any of it's true, she's going to wear it for a while. So like whenever she comes back, if she comes back, I hopefully, she's smart enough and wise enough to know that it's not just going to go away. I mean, I think she should go out on the show and get the fuck up, get out, get in front of it. But
yeah,
Hugh
Grant it.
How do you get in front of it?
Or Eddie Murphy.
Gav House for £5. Pan, when did the stroke happen, mate? And has it affected your mental acuity? Actually, a fan.
Not well. There wasn't much mental acuity to affect, so that was a good thing. No, it's not really stroke. We don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. But it's in 7 weeks next Tuesday of this
But it's
glorious
gotten a lot
cafe.
better, right?
I don't feel it has. I feel like I can speak a little bit better. I'm not drilling on myself as much. I just think that's because it's been 7 weeks. I don't know what the improvement is, but we'll see.
Have
You
they
like
got you
stuttering too?
doing?
You would-
Have they got you doing the vial exercise?
No, they want me to get Botox of all things. I'm like, no, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not trying to get you to do it now. But when you're off camera, there's a thing they did with me where they tried to get me to over enunciate the vowels so that it exercises your
Sure.
face. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. No, no therapy yet, but again, I appreciate you asking. It's all right. If the worst things could happen to people. So
But it's
James-
definitely better than it was in December because like in December, like your face is moving now. In December, it was like what the fuck? You had Schmuel Buckman audio.
yeah, like I said, I think I'm getting used to it a little bit. I'm trying to talk on the right side of my mouth. You adjust your body, you adjust, you adapt, you overcome.
Yeah, but the other side of your left side is also moving. So
Yeah, a little bit.
It
A little bit
wasn't.
more.
It was pretty
Look.
dead there for a while.
Yeah, I can do that. See,
You know?
I can do my
Yeah.
Dixon. So there you go.
And luckily for you, it only affects words beginning with B and not N.
Exactly. Or J.
James Baumert, $5 super chat. Thank you, James Baumert. Schmuel, Panhandler is so jealous me and you were best friends.
You can have each other. God
He-
bless.
He totally is. And James Baumert was the star of Atlantic City.
All right.
Honestly. I mean, he was the guy. He was the guy everybody wanted to meet. He was the guy everybody wanted to talk to. And he's a funny guy. So,
All right.
Was he the guy that hit on mommy?
That had to be JT. That's my guess. It had to be JT.
I don't think JT was that drunk.
Nice insult to mommy, but that's not. It wasn't even going there. I was just saying, JT's a dirtbag, and I mean that with the utmost. That's a compliment coming from me. So
Yeah.
my guess is it was JT that was with the tawdry talk.
Well,
to
JT
mommy.
does like the kind of
Fat women.
yeah. The
I'm not saying
chunky
mommy,
girls.
but I know he likes bigger girls. That's all.
Yeah.
Curvy is what you
I
meant
came
to
up
say.
Rubenesque.
Thick.
He likes the Rubenesque figures,
Bread
Mexican.
friendly.
even with shitty blonde hair. So the poor woman, it's I felt so bad for her. She like dyed that hair, came down, gets all dressed up, and people are like, yeah, it's like I don't like this hair. I don't like this hair. Women have it rough, you know.
Well, I like her. Straight, tell you what, the young old vibes is going to be the new
Yeah, I saw that too.
fuck.
Yeah,
I have not seen a picture. So
she posted kind of a partial of her face, but I think she locked her Twitter down too.
Mm.
And then, of course, there was Victoria. Was there, but there were Just Jules was there. I mean, there were plenty of attractive women.
I'll probably sound like a teenager here, but there were so many people at AC, yet photographic proof only confirms that there was about 8 people there. When I go to Hackmania, I'm asking for multiple group selfies every 2 hours. I want photos with at least everybody. There's not enough photograph. I wanted to see Victoria doing coke because we all know she does.
I'm going to remain agnostic on that. But Victoria is very attractive. I will
never met
say
Victoria,
that.
but I've
But
heard
the
that
thing
she's
was,
very good looking.
what goes on at some of these meet and greets is that people want to take selfies with you, but they're chatters, like viewers that don't put their face out there. So it's like there were a lot of people taking selfies in groups and group pictures, but for themselves. So I don't know what that means, but
I always thought that the Victoria was like one of those filter women, but then you seen her in the video that Tommy Jordan did at the Geno thing, and then you're like, fuck. So she's a good looking hooah.
She
There's a
does
lot
draw
of
a
good-looking
crowd.
women in the dab.
There is actually. I agree with that.
There are,
When you
there.
consider the percentage of women is very small, there are a lot of good looking women here.
Mm.
And when you consider how many unattractive men there are in the
Oh
Dabbleverse,
fuck.
A lot.
it even makes more sense.
Very high percentage.
It's pretty wild. And we did have Lucy there, so that was always a bright. Uh, she always brightens things up.
Did you ask if she was a man again?
No,
Smooth.
I've
Smooth
yeah.
Buckman.
I'm slick. She said she didn't mind being called trans. She would accept it. So there we go. Speaking of trans, what happened to John's co-host?
Last comment. Chat.
Hold on.
Donation.
What is Final Boss doing? Pulling his pud?
He's pulling up all the cheap shit, all the people that are
Shut up,
actually
Schmuel.
paying. And I told him to stop with the goddamn soundboard. Final boss. We got De La. Hughezy, why do you hate when people take time to prepare a show as opposed to what you do? Absolutely nothing.
I don't.
I think this is a clip argument.
Yeah, I think. You think? Buckman's on the ball tonight.
Well, how do you prepare by watching the clip? Like Ackle prepares, he puts on a real show. He like his fucking edited segments and stuff. Just going, here's fucking.
Yeah, I think watching it cold is different than somebody who's watched it a couple of times or timestamps it, and has notes of where they want to go and what they want to touch on during the clip. Yeah, no, there's a couple different ways to handle clip shows.
Yeah, and these fucking drama queens, I don't hate it. I just choose not to watch them live. I will watch it afterwards and fast forward. Like I've said this so many fucking times, but these retards are like, you're against clip shows. I don't hate the clip shows. It's like, no, that's not what I'm fucking saying.
All right.
I what can I say to you? Victoria, not Victoria, says I don't do drugs. Victoria strikes me as somebody who's like one of them healthy eaters, like a vegan or something. You know, she's got that look, that glow. But the other glowing lady there was Just Jules. Victoria is gorgeous. Just Jules was a doll. No, we're very, very lucky to have these people in there. Brock, I want to see J-Mo and Stevie Lou fight like a Mortal Kombat mirror match. A J-Mo Stevie Lou fight would be, of all the thoughts of boxing matches that I've heard in the Dabbleverse, that one might be interesting.
Yeah, I put my money on Stevie.
Stevie's got the reach, I would imagine.
I would too. Well, isn't J-Mo a tall guy, or is he just short looking tall?
I don't think he's as tall as Stevie. I have no idea, but I doubt Stevie's like 6'6", right?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a big cunt.
Jacob Bryan, $7,000.99. Thank you, Jacob. John is threatening to beat up Schmuel.
I thought he was done with the Dabbleverse doing shows. I thought his last show was a few days ago. That's weird. He came back. No one expected that.
Yeah, where's he going to go? But I'm hearing that he's gone. I'm hearing that he will be gone and will be gone soon.
See, that's the thing that I really don't like about the Dabbleverse is all this stuff about let's meet up and fight. Let's meet up and have a boxing match. Like, grow the fuck up. Nobody's going to fight.
All right.
Well, I would like to see it, though.
You say that, but I think there are people who would fight.
I do too. I do think there, maybe not in a ring, but especially with all the alcohol at these things and all the booze, somebody gets mouthy. Yeah, I can see somebody throwing hands for sure.
Has there ever been anyone Panhandler that you've genuinely thought, if I see them, I'm going to beat the shit out of them?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Tommy Jordan's up there, I would think, for sure, just on principle alone. No, seriously, I would, no. As far, like, not that I would be looking for trouble, but I wouldn't be sad if it happened. Like, I could see wanting to beat the shit out of Aaron just on principle, you know, too. Like he's a terrible person. But as chatters and stuff, no. I've met people that do not like me, have gone at me in Discords or DMs, and everything was fine. I mean, we weren't best friends or anything, but you act like adults, you know. You don't. It's somebody else's event. You be respectful of that, and you just don't hang out with that person. It's not like people are just giving each other, the evil eye the entire time. You just avoid them.
Yeah.
It comes across that the guys that talk the most shit online are the least likely in person to do anything. You know, because they're tough in their imagination, but then they see what Panhandler looks like in person.
Well, no,
And
it's
like,
not just me. There's a
"Yeah, I'm
lot.
not
There's
gonna."
a lot of big dudes in this universe. We said it before. You're either a giant or like a midget. There's not a lot of like just normal dudes, and there's a lot of big dudes in this universe. Either very heavy or very tall or both.
Gav House, 2 pounds. Schmuel, can you play a song I'll send? F the Irish. You can send the song, play it on air. So Buckman at buckmanpod.com is
You
the
could have
email.
just asked for the
if you wanna
link.
send it. And I could have, Hughezy. I
Yeah.
could have, but if I got the link, then I would have to do something with it. If he sends me the song in email, after the show is over, I'll get to listen to it, and then we'll get to play it. Right?
Yeah.
Next show. Rochi wants to know if Pan well, came down too fast, but we usually give Rochi. There we go. Hughezy, can you call Panhandler a packy for me?
I can't, because if I say that word over here, that could get you flagged.
Gav House, I'm 6 feet 4 inches, 220.
Right.
That's better than Joey's 5'6" and 270. So
My money's on Joey.
He's a scrapper, that guy. Is that what you're saying?
Or Joey's daughter will stab the shit out of you. So
Yeah, Joey's exactly the type of guy. If you haven't knocked him out, he's grabbing a weapon and you're getting stabbed. So always bet on Joey.
with a bottle.
Joey ain't, yeah, because Joey ain't stabbing anybody. Possibly the kid.
No,
But
those T-Rex arms of his.
But Panhandler, I will say, look, you're correct about people being like either really big or
Right.
not. But most of these really big guys don't look like they could run 50 feet.
Yeah, I probably can't either. Yeah, I'm old, but if I get
But
my hands,
you're
but
old.
if I get my,
I'm not.
if I get my hands on you, it's going to be a problem. I know that. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I do have that much confidence.
I do. What do you call it? It is funny to me every now and then when you met somebody online and like you've done their show and you have this vision of what they're going to look like. Then you meet them in Atlantic City and they say, "Hey, can I take a selfie with you?" And you're like, "Of course." And they're 4 inches shorter than you. Kind of blew me away because I always thought he was a big guy, and then I got there and I'm like, "Oh man, he's not."
Shmuel, how many people ask selfies with Schmuel Buckman? Be honest. How many?
I'll let you ask Mint Diggity that. I'll let.
I'm going to set the over under at 4.5, and I'm going to take the over.
I did see a lot of Buckman photographs going around that weekend. You'd think it was a fucking Schmuel Buckman meet and greet, not a.
It's going to be Buckfest next year. Buckfest.
No, I'll be dead by next year. It'll be my in memoriam.
I'm too tired to yell at Schmuel. It hasn't been a great day. Have you seen my electric bill? I was too busy yelling at the gas company all day and the government. I can't yell at Schmuel tonight. Maybe later.
All right.
I'll send him some mean text later.
Yeah, you know what? After this is over with, you send me those nice sweet texts that make me like you and then want you back on again.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. I romance you afterwards.
It does. It's always like I was just kidding. It was just for the show.
Right. That's what I say.
Yeah. I thought that's what you want.
You exaggerate so much.
And
I thought you were into it.
James Baumert says Schmuel has a great body.
What was the impetus of that? Like, what did it? I started hearing that this week too. Like, obviously it's a bit or whatever, but how'd that come up? Just somebody said it in the war?
I have no idea. James Baumert just kept. I thought it was a chat name that James was using. So, but I have no idea. And look who's here. Oh, who sent?
I did. I figured you'd be
I
around.
know, but in the future, if you're sending links out, I'm gonna toss you out of the room.
That's
But
what we're doing there.
welcome.
Talking to me, eh? Here.
All right, let's not start with the fake Irish accents because they stink
Fuck you take
and
what
they're
head off
boring.
all fake bastard.
Spy report:
You
Buckman
bastard
has
fuck
bedroom
you
eyes, very handsome.
Day. Oh, fucking.
Thank you, Tommy Jordan.
Chipperiggy.
Is that it, Stevie?
Yeah.
All right.
The clip show? Sit.
And
I
Sit
thought
to do.
Stevie was going to talk about Kevin. That's not working out right.
Oh well. Sorry, Stevie.
Check
had
the
a
private chat, Buckman.
We had a
good.
camera. We had a camera interruption. Yeah, I don't like the sending out links that I'm not aware of.
I thought he was going to talk about Kevin.
It's
That's it.
okay.
wasn't trying to
I
jam
get
you
it.
out.
I get it. But
Yeah.
you know, that's why. What did somebody say? I'm a control freak.
All right.
So
Well, did you
let's
check the private chat?
let's keep it there. Which chat was that? There's a lot of chats. There's 144 people in
No,
here.
the private chat. I said, you jackass.
No, because the fucking private chat doesn't show up on my
Okay.
The EV Mux private chat just sucks because they now have a pop-out window for comments. So I'm looking at those, and I don't see anywhere on my screen where there would be a private chat.
All right.
So there we go. And yeah, but everybody thinks they can do an Irish accent, and they all stink.
And everybody, when they do an impression of me, they do a Southern Irish accent. I don't understand. That'd be like going, like Tommy Jordan's got that New York thing. That'd be like doing a fucking Boston accent. It's like, no, it's a different region. You're doing it wrong. So,
By the way, Tommy Jordan and Cookie have something in common. Apparently,
they've sucked your dick.
Relationships. No, Tommy, I made him wait.
Oh,
He wanted to, but he had to wait. Yeah, Christopher Martin, 1972. Schmuel runs a tight shipwreck. Ahoy, Christopher! Ahoy! Hold on here. We're getting JMO Inc. Whoa, let's show it. JMO Inc. for $1.99. You just got lewd L's up. All right. We've got that. Gav House for 10 pounds.
Jesus. That's
Smiths.
the way the
I know
dollar
it's
is.
over. 3-minute play. I don't get that one.
He wants you to
It's a
play
band.
the Smiths.
I
is
know
a
the
band.
Smiths is a band.
It's a request that he paid, and the pound
Yeah.
is doing much better than the dollar. So I don't know. I can't do that conversion in my head, but
so that was
more
he
than, more than
basically
$10.
he basically just sent you about $15.
Yep.
Day trois day.
More than that.
Whale oil, beef cooked. Oh, Gav House, the song he wanted to send.
Holy
I
shit! Didn't we just say that?
I got you. Yeah, well, I can't play a Smith song on here. Yes. The Tommy Jordan. You are technically my cousin-in-law, I think now. Yes, we did know people. And those people Cookie talked to this week, and they actually said that you're a very nice guy. So they must have the wrong person.
You know what's weird? The backlash against Lady K coming out of AC. Like, even what's the guy? Big Dork Darren.
Yeah.
Even he was on his show talking about how Carl has the public opinion seems to have changed on Lady K.
Yeah, he was a dick to Tommy. I mean, I'd like to be a dick to Tommy too, but he just came off as really smug. And I saw he tried to play it down, that he was just joking and busting balls. He wasn't. If you see that video, it wasn't a joke, Hardy Hart. He was being a dickhead to Tommy.
But then there was somebody else was saying that they felt like Lady K was being the dick to the Buckman as well on Dabbling Live, or what's that show called again?
Dabbler's Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on that show, Doubleverse Live.
We wouldn't know it because you didn't say shit the whole
What
time.
the
Well,
fuck?
you got, it's Blind Mike and Carl. They talk a lot. What am I going to do? Right? I got to pipe in when I can pipe in. And I'm not that funny. I'm not that talented.
Go on.
It's like I walk away from it. I had two choices. I could walk away from it not having said anything, and people not knowing who I was, or I could have opened my mouth and they would have known what an asshole I am, and that would have ruined it. So I picked the lesser of two evils. So
And I know you looked at it with the chat killing you.
there you go. But T.O. Hank, I got
It's like I'm not even
DM.
here.
No, we'll go same place. I got a thing from a DM from somebody saying T.O. Hank is saying that Carl was creating problems in AC, and I didn't see it. Now I could just be oblivious,
Yes.
but I did not see it. All right, Stevie Lou this time.
That's not Stevie Lou. That's AI.
Stevie Lou.
Did you guys? There was like an Irish guy that just
All right.
ran out of my place. I don't.
We got it. Hey, what was the deal with T.O. Hank? And you were one of the people that I talked to. That T.O. said that Carl was causing problems. I can't remember exactly what people said.
There was tension. It was kind of
Tension.
standoffish. You know how like everybody went to go see the Ray show except for what Carl, Rocco, and Melton. Basically, everybody else was kind of like having a good time, and those guys kind of stayed really to themselves and were standoffish. And there was seeming to be tension about that.
Yeah, I heard.
But why did Carl get blamed for that?
Because he was part of that. You know, did you see that video of him and Tommy Jordan? Did you see that or no?
Yeah, I did see that, but
Carl
I will
was
say
kind of being a smug, standoffish prick the whole time, like he was better than everybody and all that nonsense. And like we've been all through that, man. You know,
but it's
we've been
but
through
it,
this
it's not
already.
but it's incorrect. Carl was in the B bar Friday night for sure. I wasn't in there much Saturday, but he was hanging out with the people. What no Melton, no Tukey. They were off playing poker.
All right, you know better than me, man. I don't know why the fuck you're asking me. You were there. You know, I'm just
No,
saying.
I'm
I was
asking
telling
you
what
because
I
you
heard on
sent it to me.
MLC.
You asked me. You said not you, but the people of your ilk, the Brennan fans, were like, T.O. said that
Because he said
there
that
was
on
tension.
MLC, so I asked you there. Now,
Right.
why are you asking me why I asked you? Because I heard it from someone who else was there. What the fuck is going on? Like,
T.O. Hank 331. You're a ball washer, Schmuel.
exactly, 100%.
Theo's right about that.
But
And
I
plus,
wouldn't.
the
Of all the
buzz-
balls I
Nuts,
would
bro,
wash,
you're
I
nuts.
wouldn't wash
Before someone
Carl's.
was saying like that Kevin Brennan is like the Howard Stern of this universe, and your response is, "Oh, Howard Stern made $500 million." They didn't say that he's making Howard Stern money. They used what's called a metaphor, and they said in this universe, Kevin is like the Howard Stern, and in Howard Stern's universe, he was the king of all media. So that's what the point was. It wasn't about how much money he's making compared to how much money Stern was making. You get that?
Roy
Or-
Cohen for $1.99.
Does that make
Finally,
any
a laugh.
sense?
Thanks, Stevie. La, 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 la. Thank you, Stevie.
Stevie, have you talked to Kevin? Did he give you any shit for coming on the show the other night?
I wished him happy Valentine's Day this morning, first thing, and then I mean,
Sure, that was well received. Made his day.
Kush clips. Carl was joking, but just isn't that funny. I think that it's open as to whether Carl was joking or not.
Has Tommy said what his impression of it was, since he was right there?
I've asked like a dozen times. He doesn't answer my question.
but then
Shannon Downey.
a lot of these guys pull the "I was just joking" after the fact when they've already looked like clowns. Like you remember when fucking Pat Dixon did that with Panhandler, the exact same thing. Where I was just joking.
My buddy.
When you have a real natural reaction, then people call you out about it, and then you play that. I was just, I was playing joke.
Well, I think
it didn't.
Just to clarify, I think
that
was,
did not feel like a joke.
No, I think he was legit angry at me or pissed at me. I think he said he was joking about the whole show thing. Let's not go backwards. Pat and I moved on. Nobody cares about two.
Yeah, but
50-year-old men
I get
arguing
it, but he didn't
over
have to
nonsense.
but why bring me into the middle of it? That's what I didn't get.
Because this is the year of Buckman. That's why.
Yeah.
No, it's because
That is-
Panhandler's on the show. I thought it was a little bit of big timing. Is that what you guys call it? Mushroom stomping attempt or something?
What?
If I
Wait,
get that right?
I think you're getting mushroom stamp and curb stomp.
Explain mushroom stamp to me, Steve.
Well, that's when one would actually Hughezy. You help me with that one.
I'm so confused.
It's
This
when you
last
take your cock and smack it on a woman's forehead.
in
That's
the
mushroom
last
stamp.
right in the last 100 seconds, we went from Tommy Jordan
Happy
to
Valentine's Day.
mushrooms to fucking curb stomping, and I'm just like, I did not take acid in years, but it's happening again.
They
Yeah,
better
there's like
not clip this. This better not get
four
clipped.
different conversations going on.
But Stevie, what's a mushroom stamp?
No,
Stamp.
what Panhandler just said it, like word for word, the definition.
I didn't hear it. Go ahead, Pan. There's too many people talking.
Mushroom
It's 'cause
tattoo.
his face is half frozen.
You take your cock and you smack it on the forehead of the lady you're with, underneath, and it leaves a little outline of a mushroom.
See,
Some
I
bigger
thought,
than others.
I thought, I agree.
Do
I
that for
agree.
Valentine's Day to Cookie.
I
She'd
agree
love it.
with all. I agree with all that, and Cookie and I will have to try that this evening.
you
But
go.
but
Love is in the air.
On
I
Valentine's
thought
Day?
the big guy
Jesus
was
Christ.
taking was smacking me with his dick on
Whatever
Twitter.
you're into, man. We don't
What
kink
the
shame
hell
here.
is this, man?
The sorcerer
gosh.
Gypsy for romantics.
You just knocked my train of thought off completely by saying that. That's so good.
All dressed up to go to Ray's show. He's like he talks. He's got a
And then he
bottle of
didn't go.
champagne. He flew in from France, and he didn't go.
But I think
He
one of
didn't
the
go.
things that it's caused, I've seen a lot of people talking about the WATP crowd that in AC, they were all like literally standing in a circle. So it's like they were blocking anybody else from coming into the conversation. So it's literally the outsiders if you wanted to talk to Lady K and crew. Allegedly. Wasn't there?
The Tommy Jordan said that Carl was just starstruck to meet him for $2. Thank you, Tommy. Yeah, it wasn't the case. I think what happens is people go there and they're like, Carl is not the friendliest person in the world, right? And I don't even mean that in a negative way. He's got like, what is he, German or something? He's got sort of that standoffish thing.
Like
And
Hitler?
once you talk to him, he's not bad. But what happens is like people are afraid to go up to him.
Oh, I'm
And-
out of here. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go. I'm out of
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Look at this. Got-
Yeah, I am going to go though because Dave and
Oh,
I are
no,
mortal
no, Ken.
enemies. Dave and I can't
no,
be in
hold
the
on,
same,
hold on.
in the
Taylor,
same
before you
Buxton
go.
sphere as possible. No, I do have to go.
Before
though.
we
You
go,
guys-
before
no,
you
thank
go, can I pitch a new bit or a new show where you're describing sex slang and sex maneuvers with your
half a page.
condition right now?
Sure.
That was the fucking greatest thing I think I've seen in like over
All
a
right,
couple
we
weeks.
got a new show, Stevie. I'll
But
talk to you
listen,
after
buddy,
that,
you're
brother.
the best. Thank you very much.
All right, see you guys. Thanks, Schmuel. I'm going to send out the link to more people. Bye.
All right. I'm not letting anybody else on.
You
listen,
got so mad about that.
This is a great time for us to start sending the link out, and we'll all be blamed on
The
Panhandler.
link is actually out. And
I didn't
and
send it out.
we didn't. No, I sent it out to a bunch of people.
Well, what's your problem with characters though? I don't. That's the one thing I gotta.
What do you mean characters? I don't know. I'm lost. Wait, I'm sorry.
This is the best God. This is the #1 show on YouTube in the world. This is the best.
He means, you remember earlier on where there was that that immigrant tuned in called Lucy Entertainment?
Oh, character. I'm sorry. I didn't know that qualified. I just thought that was a bad act. I apologize, Steve.
It's like when you smack somebody in the face with your dick and it leaves a mark.
No,
You know, like,
when you mushroom stomp somebody. You know what I mean?
Mushroom stomp. Yeah, mushroom stamp on the forehead.
Oh,
You okay, Dave?
You should
Sounds
go
like you
rewind
get
the
a-
show the last 5 minutes, Dave. You missed,
No, I missed it. Apparently, I missed
You
out.
missed out on some hijinks.
You know
you
what?
okay? Yeah, you look like you've been blowing your nose a lot, Dave. You okay?
All right, kids. We got some good stuff
I'm
coming
at
up
the
here.
docks, baby.
All right. 7 minutes ago, Just Jules. If you can make a girl laugh, you can make her do anything. Marilyn Monroe. Words to live by, gentlemen.
What the fuck did Marilyn Monroe know? She was multiple raped many times. Thanks for the
God.
5.
Now you sound like fucking Ashley. You try to bring Marilyn Monroe in for a nice little compliment, you know? and
Oh,
you
boy.
immediately launch into her abuse.
Marilyn Monroe had fat legs.
That's
All
that's
right.
better.
Wow.
That's
Connor,
better.
Connor,
for $10. You suck Hughezy's ass and fake laugh when he pops in for his unfunny horse shit, but you give Stevie shit immediately. I'm guessing I guessing he can't do anything for you.
Wow.
Whoa.
Thank you, Connor.
Connor could have gotten that
Thank
through with $2 super chats, but that's cool.
Yeah, the 10 is mucho apreciado. Sue party for $3. Tommy fisted Tuki's butt. LOL. And
He stuck his hand up Tuki's ass and he talked like I'm just for fun.
and Sue party. Can I send a song request about Granny? It's really good. Ask NJ. I'll DM it to you. I'll DM it to you on X. Okay, sure. Send it to me. Won't be playing it tonight, but we will definitely do it. And you know, if it's good, and Granny loves me so much anyway. That's the one. Hughezy. Granny still threatening to kick your ass in Las Vegas.
I'm terrified.
You look terrified. But is it still on? Is he still talking that shit, or is he back down quite a bit?
Talking that shit.
I have no idea. I know that he didn't get his kid a gift for Christmas.
Yeah, it's so weird to me that you're living in a shack, but you'll go to Hackamania.
Yeah.
You know,
So you got to have
I don't
some
know.
fun. It can't all be work and play and work.
He
and play.
needs time off from his college degree.
yeah, it's hard. It's hard finding money for all those Bush beers.
Did we ever get to the bottom of does the shed have a floor or is it just grass and dirt?
Well, he
Did we ever
doesn't know
find
the
out?
difference. So
Do we find out? Does it have a
Let's
foundation?
just let it be. I say we just let that. Just let it.
All right.
Let it
yeah,
be.
Curious.
Granny doesn't know the difference between the floor and the ground. So he thinks
Except when he's laying on it.
I ain't no fancy butt learner. So he can't. Yeah, he thinks they all taste the same.
Yeah, and Stevie, we could lay off it, but Granny doesn't lay off it. So
Did you have a nice Valentine's Day today?
just giving
Stevie?
it back.
I
faded
did
already.
actually.
Yeah.
I made a certain lunatic very, very happy.
Very happy. That's
Yeah.
right. L is for the way you
How about you, Dave? How
Lunatic.
was your Valentine's Day so far?
spent it cleaning boats, baby.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say like cleaning a relative.
Nope.
Which would have been.
No, God, no.
I got scared for a second. That's good.
Clean
that
my
you made some
dad's
money.
ass. No. Yeah. Got in the water, cleaned some
Did you get hot?
barnacles. I got
You know who
hard,
used to do stuff like that?
hard and wet.
Ski mask. That was one of his gigs.
Yeah. Thanks, dude. Makes me feel a lot better
How's he
about
doing?
how my life's going at 40. Ski Mask was 10 years younger than me.
I know Jesus
but-
fucking cried.
But years ahead of you. But years ahead of you. And
Oh, no characters. No characters. I'm sorry.
Yo, Jay.
Sorry.
I'm an OJ. I'm
Yeah.
just an OJ.
Christopher Martin, no dollars for kid, but Granny has dollars for beer and smokes.
Yeah.
$1.99, Christopher Martin. I agree fully.
I think you've missed a couple of super chats, Buckman.
Have not missed any super chats, Hughezy. You say this
you-
all the time, and I go
Look,
back.
you
which
missed
one did
Tommy Jordan,
I didn't miss Tommy Jordan. We put
and you
him up.
missed KB.
Lady KB, Tommy Jordan. Send Chris Mack, KB, and me the link. Right?
Right.
Those are going up now. There you go. And Lady KB 103. Mushroom Stomp is my signature move.
Wow. That's,
And look
That's
at this,
inter- are you- Are you
$100.
revealing something to us that we've long suspected but not known?
Look at this, $100 from Permashield Finishing said that Buckman needs more characters.
I do need more
let's
characters.
just say if Lady KB keeps talking that way, I'm gonna come for the 4th time today.
Whoa.
Oh.
Wait, you need more characters? Well, like Robert De Niro as Frankenstein?
There we go.
Hey,
Go
here's
careful.
yeah,
Ooh, I'm scary. Ooh.
here's Robert De Niro as a student. Fuck your homework.
Wow.
Go ahead, Stevie.
All right. Here's Robert De Niro today. I fucking hate Trump. Fucking hate Trump, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, here's De Niro. I've got De Niro outside a bar. Are there any black chicks in there?
There we go.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay.
They're saying that we got to go. The chat is saying that we all got to go now.
That's all right.
No.
Time's up.
Like we've ever done what the chat wanted us to do. Chris Mack, KB has been alluding to having
Dude.
weird kinks for like 3 years.
That De Niro impression was A1, Stevie. A1
Thank you.
applesauce.
I think we
NJ
all did pretty
Ranger.
good. I wish we could all just suck each other's dicks.
You're gonna
I mean,
like the
sorry,
Granny song, Schmuel. Hey, if NJ Ranger gives approval, then you can send me the link and we could play it as an outro. But go ahead. There we go. But Stevie Stevie doesn't seem to want to bring Granny into this. Are you defending the guy, or you feel bad for him, or what's your story?
I mean, I just don't think he should start talking about like his children and Christmas. I know he's kind of put himself in the situation. I think that talking about that stuff is going a little too far for me. I'm not judging anybody for doing it right now. I'll say
What,
that
whether
much.
his
I
shed
think-
has
I
a
think
floor or
not talking about people's brothers' funerals is another thing that's probably off limits, or not off limits, but it's just you cross the line a little bit. And I'm not trying to become a fucking white knight.
Yeah,
here
right.
for
But
nobody.
you're saying okay.
What, a white
but
knight
you're-
over here?
Wait. Right.
Oh, that's De Niro. Shit, he's here again.
So that's crossing the line. But calling women whores,
I have brothers.
is not.
I mean,
I have
when you
brothers,
start to
Stevie.
go into,
Can you milk me?
it depends on who you're calling that name. I think that, like I said, once you start talking about like children,
True.
that's crossing the line. That's
true.
taking it into the person's personal life and attacking or just referencing someone who's not in this world, was never meant to be in this world. Even if that person that's related to that person brought them up in the first place, that's often
So he
thrown
brings.
in people's
Wait.
faces like, hey,
All
it's too
right,
late now. That's out there.
I kind of understand. I mean, but he brought them into this world, right?
Right, that's what I just said. That's exactly what I just said.
And he's
Come.
right, and we're not. I don't think we're
Literally what I
bringing
just
the.
said.
This is a similar thing with Stuttering John, though. I don't think we're bringing the kids into it. I think we're bringing the way they're parenting and how shitty they're treating the kid. That's what's coming in. Right?
think that's
It's
a
not
straw
about
man.
the
I think that's a
kid.
straw man
It's
argument.
about.
I think that's a straw man argument right there.
I don't think it's a straw man.
that
I don't
what
think it's a
was-
straw man.
Might be a steel man argument.
I just think that
Possibly.
you're
Not
kind
sure.
of justifying. You're using like whataboutism to just kind of justify just pretty shitty actions by people towards someone. Even if I don't like Stuttering John, I think that a lot of
agree
the
with
stuff
Stevie.
that's gone down relating to his children and his family was crossing lines, and
But nobody
I-
brought his kids into this more than he did.
like again, it's
And he-
it's
the
not
thing with
point.
him was he
That's
used his
literally what I
kids-
tried to preface this about. I'm like trying to like breathe.
Yeah, I
deep
get what
breaths,
Stevie's.
so I just gotta remember where I am.
Yeah,
Remember where you are.
it's like this. Just like everybody else says. It's like, yeah, I can make fun of my brother, but it's like, okay, can you? You just like, no, motherfucker, you can't make fun of my brother.
There's decorum, and there's like ways to be funny
decorum's a
without
good word.
having to get into that dirt, And like I never liked the way that Chad's gone about his mud shark business, and I've always been vocal about that. And I've always thought that, hey, let's chip each other, let's stick it to each other, but getting into the family stuff is, I think, something that should be off limits, especially kids, And again, adult children are different than children, but
Right. I don't know how. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is what Hughezy said earlier. I don't know how that's dumping on the kid.
It's not in the spirit
Isn't
of
that
the
more
law.
dumping on the parent?
you shouldn't talk about like Christmas and children and stuff like that, man. It's just, I think it's not like, especially if it's in a real life situation. I mean, whatever. You can do whatever the fuck you want, man. I'm not, again, white knighting. I just think for me, when I'm on a show, when I'm talking about stuff, I don't want to start going that route, man. I want to try to keep the ball up in the air in a much more like fun, goofy, breaking ball
Silly goose
sort of
time.
session. I think that's when you start to get into like fighting words, which will trigger people, and I think that's where we start to like lose track of what we're all here for.
I think my position stands that Stevie Lou has become a much more tender, responsible, and upstanding person ever since his reconciliation with his
Let's not
loved
talk
one.
about
with his
the
loved
family.
one. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to dance around it. I'm trying to dance, and I'm being honest here. And I'm being
Thanks,
honest.
Steve. Thanks,
I'm being
Steve.
honest.
No, I look, I like this Stevie, even though he challenges.
You look
and
high
stuff.
as fuck, Steve. Are you like on a shit ton of edibles or mushrooms or something?
Yeah, I mean, I just got home, walked in the
Okay.
door, and jumped into Schmuel land. I'm in fucking Schmuel land. This is literally the
You're
closest
adrenaline, dude.
I get to having an acid flashback is being on this show. with
J-Twa,
Schmuel.
$4.99. Lou
And an
talking
audience.
about Christmas, looking like the young Santa in Rudolph.
Thank
do.
you.
That's actually a compliment. Thank you, J-Twa.
Thank you.
Stevie, I get it. I'm trying to bust on the guy because the guy likes to bust on me, and has doesn't seem to hold any. He doesn't seem to hold anything back. So
I don't know if you know exactly what you're saying there. Busting on each other, sure, but okay. He likes to bust on me, and I like busting on him.
It's like on your back or your
Your
face.
forehead, on your temples.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're all
Did
in
you give
for a
the-
good
the-
mushroom stomp every once in a while, but you
There
gotta
we go.
put it somewhere, right?
We're always bringing it back, Lou.
yeah, there we go. There we go.
But you know what? But honestly, on that same note, just to go on your point, there are so many other things to mock and make fun of the guy for. Why go for that lower hanging fruit, that forbidden poison apple, if you will?
Stevie Lou, did you give the same advice to KB about Coke with kids?
No, I don't
Chris
feel like
Martin
I'm in a
for
position
$1.99.
to pontificate with Kevin Brennan, and I mean he wouldn't listen to a word I say anyway. But I also don't feel great about that neither, man. Like if that came up in conversation, I would say I kind of don't like that sort of stuff. You do you, just like I said here. I'm not telling people to stop doing anything. I'm just giving my opinion on how I like to operate, and I'm also, hey, this is a free speech country, man. So like as long as you're not committing a crime with what you're saying, then I kind of have to let that be what it is. I guess.
I think when cocaine and kids are involved in court documents, I think it becomes then okay to make fun of the guy for being a cokehead and doing coke with his kids.
Okay, I think
personally
you guys,
speaking.
So I think you guys, I think you guys have an ill-defined line. It's a little shady.
my
KB
line-
gets to use the eraser every now and then.
Well, there
I'm just
could be-
saying,
there could be
my line
gray
is court
areas to
documents.
this.
My line is court documents.
Yeah, I
If
think
John's
that-
kids were in the court documents, maybe I'd be like, okay, don't make fun of Queef.
Listen, I believe that there should be exceptions and gray areas, and I think that Dave is absolutely kind of onto something there. Like if it's in the news, if they're literally doing news reports about shit like that, then like you can't say, "Oh, don't talk about that" to the guy. You should maybe avoid it, but it's like that is there always now.
Gotcha,
Yeah, but
Schmuel.
you don't have to bring it up every time the guy's name comes up, right?
We fucking loopholed you, bitch. Court
Lou,
documents.
loopholed.
Loopholed.
All right, I'm gonna see if we can. Just because it's Granny. Look, I'm not talking. I don't want to talk about. I'm not talking about Granny's kids. I'm just talking about. The Granny went on.
Talk about him being a bad father.
spree for months about his ex, and and told us how he
Yeah.
was another one that was going to take over the fucking universe, and nothing.
Yeah, I really
Same-
disagree with that too. Like that he was being nasty when he was going
Yeah,
through
it
that
was-
breakup. That was fucked up.
Well, it was
Correct.
fucked up, and it was also fucked up that people were like going along with it.
Learned
You know?
a couple too many things from Bob Levy, if you ask me.
That was. You think that's what it was? Because they were doing shows together. He
Maybe.
followed in Bob's footsteps. Wow.
What happened to OJ? I'm just saying, you follow Bob Levy, bad things happen to you.
This is interesting, Dave. I like these theories of yours. This is.
I better get high some more.
Wait. All
I feel
right.
like
So
you came up with that at 3 a.m.
and by the way, Stevie, you're here to defend Kevin. Kevin claiming that OJ quit because he wasn't getting paid, and that's what it is, and et cetera,
That's
et
not what
cetera.
it is.
Is that's just, and Tukey's a cheap fuck, blah blah. And I get it's all hyperbole with Kevin,
Oh.
but he just makes stuff up,
Oh.
and then he just keeps repeating it over and over again, whether it's fact or not
Wait,
fact.
no.
Oh, I see.
He's
I see what you're saying.
First of all, it's speculation.
Fucking
And I think it's fun to speculate, okay? And that's fucking. Why is that? Do you think that's off limits? Is that like not?
No, I don't think it's off limits, but it certainly wasn't
that's not allowed to be talked
speculation.
about? What?
Christopher Martin,
How are you
1970.
comparing that to like talking about someone's kids at Christmas?
No, we're not talking about kids at Christmas. We're talking about we started the
Yeah.
show trying to go.
We're
do,
talking
And
about a
also,
bad
this
dad
whole-
in
honestly,
February.
no, the big Melton and KB beef kind of stems back to who pays who, what, who makes what money, who's counting whose money. You know what I mean? So this kind of always goes back to something that's gone on for years now. So I think him saying that, and it's not untrue, OJ wasn't getting paid. And here's what my opinion is of this.
Well, we don't know that OJ wasn't getting paid.
Well, here,
Let's do
let
this.
me give you a real
Let me
life
do
thing.
this super chat first, and then you got it. Christopher
other
Martin,
money,
1972 for
fucking-
$1.99. Granny can't take over indoor plumbing.
Right.
Boom.
Whoa,
All right, go
hey.
ahead.
But real quick,
Crystal
I don't want just to defend Stevie Lou's point. Well, we only know that they're not getting paid by Cardiff's and Tukey's own admission. Because they
No,
said
we
that
know that
nobody gets
Cardiff
paid and
is
nobody
not
gets
getting
money.
paid. I got you.
So maybe
Right.
you're right. Maybe Cardiff and Tukey don't pay each other, and then maybe OJ does get paid. I don't know.
Listen, here, let's just say this. I've been paid a good amount of money by MLC. MLC makes a good amount of money. If you took a little like ratio calculation and looked at the money I made compared to the money that Kevin makes that he's paid me, and you compare that to any of the guys on Tukey, even though he makes less money, whatever money that they've ever gotten, it definitely does not add up. So that's all I'm kind of trying to say there about that. And then also, here's the thing, man. Like, when I used to work with Eastside Dave, like, he used to cross the line a lot, and I wasn't getting paid. And eventually he crossed the line too much, and I wasn't paid, and I fucking had enough. And we all know what happened when you had enough. And, like, that's
Flip the
kind of
table
the
over.
thing here, too. It's like, I'm not saying that OJ smashed Tukey's desk, but to me, looking at it now, to see how long it's gone, I feel like whenever he talked about his sickness or whatever on the show, it crossed some line that OJ was like, you know what? I don't get paid to be here. I've been just kind of fucking part of this and not getting paid, and now this motherfucker's crossing lines. Fuck you. I'm out of here.
I don't
I'm
either.
gone.
Yeah,
you know?
except Tukey never said anything about him being sick. Tukey just said something about. He
yeah,
said
what are you
Nick.
talking about? That's
He
exactly
said it's the
why
same.
he walked off.
No.
Yeah.
He said what happened is Tukey said this is the same thing as Nick, and then OJ said I didn't want you telling anybody I was sick.
He said Nick, and he thought he said sick.
Again, Bucky, it's a joke.
I
KB, myself, and the rest of the audience
we have
couldn't
to
care
verify
less
that.
why he got
This is
fired.
crazy. I don't like.
We got to verify that
Is
because I
this
don't
breaking-
remember
is this a spy report?
Yeah, I got.
No, it's 100%. I was listening to the show. He said Nick. He was talking about
Wait,
OJ not going last year when OJ said he wasn't going to go because Ricada was going to
This
be
is
there.
wild.
He said Nick, and then OJ
This is
said
some Mandela
sick.
effect
That's
shit
why
right
they
here,
got.
dude.
That's why it was so confusing.
This is Jewish weather manipulation. Give me a second. I got to
Wow.
verify.
This is
All right,
like,
verify
yeah.
it, but you can go back and do it. I'm sure that it's. I will be proven right.
Are
And
you
again,
using
Bucky
mysticism right
for
now?
$4.99
to-
for Roy Cohen. It's a joke. KB, myself, and the rest of the audience couldn't care less why he got fired.
Like, can I just
LLL.
say, I bet you he means quit, but he wrote got fired by accident. I don't think that nobody thinks OJ got fired.
Yes, I think you're right, but we got it. Yeah,
Oof.
but OJ quit. OJ
You
like,
didn't fucking get it. You had a whole conversation about
but
it.
OJ's a little pissy. No, yeah, but OJ quit because of the Nick versus sick. Dave will pull it up for us.
What the fuck?
And I'm gonna.
Yo,
All right, let's see if I can do this. All right, you ready, kids? I got to go to the right.
have you checked this first, by the way, to make sure that there's no
it has NJ Ranger's stamp of approval,
Is-
and
is
so
mushroom-
All right, I
is
found it. Give me a
mushroom
second.
curb? Stomp stamp.
guys hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knocked up a kid again. Please donate to me, my friends.
The show.
Give me money, damn, I stink. So I can buy drugs and drink. Don't come to my shed, I will shoot you dead. Don't deliver soup, cooler full of poop. I'm scared of you, pants are full of poop. So don't come to my shed, I will give you hell. 'Cause I'm gay, I like dick, lack of semen makes me sick. Younger girls are kinda like boys, that's what really brings me joy. I like men and I like cocks. My name is Thomas John Fox. Dick, dick, penis, yummy, yummy, cum. Nut in my butt. I'm gay and I am done.
What the fuck is going on, man? What are you doing? The fuck is this
I'm gay.
There you go. Another song by Thomas John Fox. Wow. That's pretty good, actually.
Mm.
Mm.
Sounds like the theme tune to Landman.
No fucking, you guys, like, no reaction? Like,
No,
I saw you
after you heard
smile
it.
there. Why are you, it's over with. You're looking all serious and stuff now. What,
I was just looking at Dave.
did Stevie's dislike scare you or something? Like,
No, it's because he says because it doxed Granny in the middle of the song.
that's been out, but it's all right. It's not
No,
new.
that-
It's been
no.
it's been
I
going-
know. I'm quoting Stevie Lou. I'm not saying that I'm offended. I couldn't give two fucks.
It's been going on forever. So,
Yeah.
what can I say? So I apologize, but NJ, it's all $1.99. What did I tell you? NJ Ranger's fault. NJ said he gave it the approval, so there we go. But what's actually pretty funny is there is a person with the same name who's actually a composer or a music writer living in England. And that's who I thought it was when they first used that name, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. No, Granny calls the police on fucking soup can deliveries, but he says he's coming to Vegas to kick my head in. So we'll believe it. Like I really doubt he's gonna go. I don't think he's been on a plane before, or where he calls them one of them their flying cars. So one of them sky trains. I don't think he's going to Vegas, and if he does go, then that's embarrassing for anyone who hangs around with him. Because all he'll do is ask for money and bum cigarettes and ask for drinks to be bought. And then people will realize afterwards, you go, fuck, I wish we hadn't have brought him. There you go.
Yeah. I frankly, I think he's probably going to go, but that's because somebody's paying for it. And we'll see. But not that Milton would tell me, but I could ask if he bought a ticket.
Schmuel is right.
Yes, I am.
He said a Nick Rekieta thing, and then OJ starts going off about being sick or something.
Why don't you play it for us, David?
I played it. I'm not playing it again. I played it 10 times, and like basically he doesn't even. I mean, it's 5 minutes. I'll put it on, but yeah, he doesn't. You're right. Wow, vindicated, Schmuel.
Yeah, I'm not as stupid as you might think I am. But do we want to play this or no?
You have no idea how stupid I think you are.
Dave, you want to play it? You can maybe put it on 1.25.
I'm sorry. I know this is very similar to the Nick Rekieta thing in OJ of last year.
But and then at the same time, I mean,
Mersh and Anthony have a lot of history, don't they?
Mersh and Anthony have a lot of history. Yes.
And then you go forward here.
What? What'd you say?
I don't think Mersh is at the same level as Karmic.
Well, as far as Hackamania goes, kinda. They're at the same level.
Well, I guess.
That's what I'm saying, because
Oh, wait a minute.
there was never an official invite.
I'm kind of pissed at you right now because that's not the reason I didn't go to fucking head.
Oh, no. Oh, I hate women in the Dabbleverse. This is why we can't have women in the Dabbleverse. Please, OJ, go ahead.
Get him, OJ. Get
What
him.
did I say?
Get him.
It wasn't because Nick Recato was going to be there? Where is he?
He's
Oh,
gone.
did I piss him off now and he's gone? He's totally gone?
It's fucking bullshit, man. I didn't want people to even know that I was fucking sick.
What are you talking about? He's gone. What is he talking about fucking sick? I said Nick Recato. God damn it. I hate I can't deal with the emotions all the time.
God damn it, Rocco.
What did I do?
Vindicated.
Why did you have to do that to our friend?
I don't care.
All right,
There you
thanks.
go.
Steve.
Vindicated. Wow.
There.
Hey.
Wow.
My apologies.
Well, you know, it's like I get this all the time. Brady is shipping himself UPS ground. Christopher Martin for $1.99. Thank you, Chris. That's very funny. Hey, I want to just go back to Roy Cohn here with his $4.99 super chat. Again, Bucky, it's a joke. KB, myself, and the rest of the audience couldn't care less why you got fired. Not that it's not a joke, but that we can make there's apparently jokes that KB is allowed to make and lies that KB is allowed to tell, but nobody else is allowed to tell them. That was
Only
my
if it,
point.
only if it's in
So-
court documents.
Only if it's in court documents. Well, I got court documents that show that Stuttering John didn't pay child support, and his wife
Perfect.
and 3 kids were, basically living in the street.
Yeah.
So
Make fun of it. I don't know. Stevie Lou seemed a little. He seems like maybe he might be in baby bump mode. He might be looking to have a family soon. Maybe he wants to get pregnant and start his own family. It's Valentine's Day. He feels.
yeah, well, you know what, and he also got doxxed pretty hard. His wife did, right? He got doxxed pretty hard back in the beginning, and so there you go. Doxing is for piazzas. I agree. Okay, but my thing with John is that John brings up his kids all the time, right? He uses them sometimes as a sword, sometimes as a shield, right? Whenever it's convenient, but only when it's convenient for John. If anybody else mentions that he treated his kids like shit, and I don't think we're talking about the kids. Like when Carl originally said the kids were losers, it had nothing to do with the kids being losers. It had to be with the kids John as a dad. And that
But
was the loser part. Go ahead.
The irony is that they haven't actually mentioned John's kids in years, but because he streams multiple times per day, he brings it up every single time. Because Stuttering John has these 4 topics and that's his show, and that's what he talks about every time. He has nothing left to talk about.
Well, I'm saying that if you want to be the show of the year for 2026, Stuttering John and Karmic. Boom. That would be the best.
I wouldn't. It would just, this is the thing. Karmic, all he does is agree with whoever he was on the show with, and that's what that would be. You look lovely, Dave.
Thank you, sweetheart.
And
Karmic
disagree
is,
with the chat.
Yeah, Karmic
What
is a
is-
pisser though, because Karmic does he does that thing when he's alone in his studio. Boy, is he a tough guy. And when he's on anybody else's show, what a pussy.
Bro, that haircut is wild. He's got the whole Simple Jack look going on with the from fucking Tropic Thunder. It's bad.
Yeah.
It looks like his mom. He was laying down on the floor, and his mom mowed the lawn and went over his head. It literally looks like that.
But the thing is, the whole I'm angry, I'm ready to go act is boring and silly. And Buckman just zoomed in on his own camera. Didn't know how he
Like
did that.
just because you put on a purple bedazzled shirt and start acting like Liberace, like you're still saying and acting the same exact. It's just what with more gravitas now. Get the head out of here, dude. It's like the jacket. He's like, I put the jacket on, I put the mask on, I put the glasses on. It's like he's trying to hide. or add more accessories to the same slop.
Look at this. Doodle 7508. Shades, the guys can get away with anything, but not the women. Shows how manly they really are.
But that's what I'm always fucking saying, is that the women in the Dabbleverse get treated like shit, and if you dare to stick up for a woman, oh, what are you, fucking white knight, you simp? It's like, okay, you guys are incels. You're still bitter that you never get out with that girl in high school in your 40s. And it's like, just fuck off, you cunts.
Yeah, and we tried to love Karmic, but he couldn't love us back. And
Just treat all the women in the Dabbleverse like you treat Ray DeVito, with a lot of love and a lot of boundaries.
Yeah, you fucking sucked Ray's dick, by the way, Buckman. A 35-minute on the phone conversation when you could have just sent them the link, and then at no point did you.
I couldn't send him the link. He was driving his car.
So you could have clicked it so he could talk in the. Listen, Ray needed to get criticism by you.
Do you think that if I had ended that call and sent Ray the link, that Ray would have come on?
Yep.
I disagree.
I think it would have been a very stupid thing for him to come on, so I think he would have done it.
Yeah, he wouldn't have done it. I know, Ray. He wouldn't have done it. I had to do everything I could to keep him up there.
So I stay away from government jobs.
Yeah.
Ain't no corporation giving me $30 an hour.
On point as usual. Dave, how's the job search? You worried about drug tests?
Ain't no $30 an hour job giving you a drug test, buddy.
Right. You'll
Office
probably
job.
be in there doing them with the guys that are in.
I ain't operating heavy machinery. I'll be fine.
Yes. And I'm laughing at the chat because obviously Stuttering John and Karmic would be the worst duo in the history of internet podcasting. I know nobody would watch it. Got it? Jesus Christ.
What, Karmic and Stuttering John?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
They get views for
Stuttering John needs like a Perry Caravello level handler, like somebody that's in on the joke and that can sit there, and his $2 super chats will go to $5 super chat minimum, and then he'll put them on in fucking Superman outfits and the Hulk costumes, and they'll fight every once in a while, and Stuttering John that will be the end of Django. And then one day somebody will come knock him over the head, and that will be the end of Django.
But then could that in turn be the end of Stuttering John's run?
Yeah, that's 100% what it is.
Yeah. Because the thing is, it's like with Karmic, it was sort of going back to what he said. Once people caught on that he's in on the gimmick and that they're not trolling him, he's actually grifting, that's when people immediately just went, fuck him. Not watching, not donating, not hitting the like button. Hit the like button for Buckman.
I mean, he's still making decent money. He's not making the kind he was, but he's still making money on it.
Here's the thing.
Not 20 a day.
Dave, look at your phone because I got a Valentine's dinner I have to go to.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Hughezy.
Why did you text him instead of sending him a private chat?
I'm not going live.
Okay. I can't find the private chat anymore.
No. Fuck. I forgot what my train of thought was.
Karmic.
Oh, Stuttering John. Fuck. Just keep talking. It'll come to me.
I want to say, though, that Hughezy, you did stir up a hornet's nest in the chat. I happen to agree with you on this. This is Shades Cal 100. They lie on us. They call us names. They degrade us. You say one thing to their effing asses, and they get their panties all in a bunch. Bitch made. Daytwa, Doodle, it's crazy how far they will go. Insane.
But that's what I'm saying. Is we could have actual video proof of Dave doing something illegal. People would get over it. I could make up a lie about Daytwa, and people are going to run for that for about a month. That's what it is. And then you get pissed off when you say they're fucking incels.
No, sorry. What I was gonna say about Stuttering John and Karmic and even like MKE to an extent, like these guys and Granny, like as long as they're gonna be going live and getting drunk people are going to be into it because if they get shit faced enough, those are the episodes that people want because those are the ones where they're truthful, they're degenerate idiots. That's the ones that like they take and then they clown them on, and then that's when they call him the deadbeat and the drunk, and then Stuttering John actually gets mad. Yes, he's in on the joke. He understands. He's self-aware, but he's not. It doesn't mean that he's like he doesn't get angry every single time somebody calls him a fucking deadbeat. I still think they do. I still think he gets them angry, which I think is still.
Dave Christopher Martin suggests for $1.99 that you open hospice care. He hears that's easy.
I don't know. I not with Dr. Oz on the prowl.
Gotcha.
Because Dr.
right.
Oz did the whole. He did a whole expose on Armenians defrauding the state of California with health care.
Yeah, they are pieces of shit, the Armenians, to be fair.
We are. We are.
All right, I
Especially
am
fresh off the
gonna.
boat.
We're gonna
You gotta take
wrap
off, huh?
this up because I promised the wife I'd be off 15 minutes ago, and
All right.
Are you going to hit her in the face?
Cookies. I'm going to suggest that a certain part of my body get touched by her face.
If anybody can AI that, please post it.
I whatever, but I want to do Hughezy one night. I want to do. We need to get a couple of the women on here, even if it's chatters who don't want to show their face, and talk about the women in the Dabbleverse because these girls really do fucking get.
Why would I? You call me a woman?
No, but you and we need the masculine, and you and I are the two most masculine men here.
Why does it make you do
So
that?
that's why.
You do have some
Daytime
mic
is
issues.
Fine. Yeah, but don't women like go after women pretty viciously?
Yeah, but that's because they're all cunts.
There we go. That will wrap it up with that. Mr. Hughes, would you like to give us your plugs? The final boss gifted one Schmuel Buckman membership.
I'm Hughezy Entertainment on YouTube. I'm at the Hughezy on Twitter and Instagram. And specifically check out my Instagram because tomorrow I will post the photograph of me meeting the Sopranos.
Wow. Which ones are you meeting? Do you know?
Michael Imperioli and the guy that played Bobby.
Michael Imperioli, I think, is interesting because it's like he never seemed to have his career didn't go anywhere after The Sopranos.
Well, I disagree because he was just in Song Blue, which was fucking brilliant earlier this year.
Okay.
Supporting role, but it was still very good. Hit the like button.
He had a bunch of TV shows that they tried to do around him, and they all fell on their face. Dave, any?
Dave Sarra, I'm gonna stream later today. I'd love to take the 150 person raid, but I can't. I gotta go make dinner.
Look at this, Big W13. I thought all hall
Bye-bye.
mounters had memberships already. Sometimes they get them for free. See you later, Dave. Hughezy, thank you very much, my friend, and great episode. Thanks for giving us your time.
No problem.
And your thoughts. And I will see you soon. Talk to you later. I got to say goodnight to the chat and stuff.
No problem.
Bye. You don't want to be bored with that. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everybody being in here. Thank you for your super tips. Chris Martin, James Baumer, Suit Party, Gay Guitar Guy. Thank you for that song. I think it's quite funny. I do laugh that Stevie Lou got embarrassed and took off. And let's just see here. Dave is funny because Dave just sent me a text. Let's see if this is interesting at all. And if it is, maybe we'll do it. Maybe. But I don't think it's going to be. I think I need to get off. I think I'm done. And contrary to my opinion, I do suck, and I'm well aware of that. All right. I'm out of here. I would love to send you over to somebody that's live. Wow, only 50% of the people that are here. Everybody, there's 110 of you left. Could you hit the like button on the way out? That would be awesome. help with the algorithm. And there we go. And good night, everyone. I was going to redirect. Dave tried to get me to redirect you to Alex Stein, but his shit is not up for redirection. So, and not like Alex Stein needs my help. But oh wait, let's just see real quick before I lose everybody. Fuck it. I was gonna send you over to. I thought Joey C was streaming, but good night.